The Rewatchables is brought to you by the Ringer Podcast Network. You can find The Watch with CR, Chris Ryan himself.
Hail Satan.
You can find Higher Learning.
What?
For Halloween, man.
Oh, what?
Are you Sam Hainin us right now?
I'm Sam Hainin.
Oh, got you. Okay, cool. Because I'm from Louisiana.
Higher Learning.
Yeah. Ringer Tailgate.
Ringer Tailgate.
You can't remember the name of the
Saturday
podcast
nights
anymore. Yeah.
and Midnight Boys. I just didn't know what order you wanted
But
me to go into.
Wednesday and Saturday for Ringer Tailgate.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to talk about Ringer Tailgate. College
Yeah,
football
yeah.
news.
You lost your LSU coach. We're all
I'm a
going to talk
fan
about that.
of the pod.
This is the threesome that convened for Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. You can see him right there.
When he came back.
We've also done Halloween 1. For some reason, we haven't done Halloween 2 yet. We've done out of order. Did this with Rocky 2. We still have not done Rocky 2. We've not done Halloween 2. We're about to do it. A horror movie that is now a comedy, and it's next. This episode of The Rewatchables is presented by Paramount Plus. Around here, we love talking about rewatchable movies almost as much as we love watching them. Paramount Plus has movies, a mountain of them. New movies, and also the classics that we keep coming back to. Almost Famous, Gladiator, Top Gun, The Naked Gun. They have them all. Whether you want to relive your favorite moments or catch the latest blockbusters or dive into some old 90210, there's a mountain of movies to discover on Paramount Plus. Start streaming today. All right, guys. The early 80s, just a sweet spot for horror movies that are now hilariously funny. This movie is really funny. It's full of inexplicable decisions. What is your relationship with this movie, Sierra?
What's my relationship with this movie? Well, I love the Halloween movies, and I think this is the best of the sequels, even though I have a real soft spot for Season of the Witch.
Yeah, I know that.
Which
That's
I know
so weird.
you
I don't like
hate.
that movie at all.
I also like H2O.
I did too.
Oh, wow.
Um,
LL Cool J.
This is so cool.
First
because
black guy ever to survive a horror movie.
Well, that's because he wasn't killed in the horror way. Remember what happened to him?
Yeah.
In the movie?
They
So-
zagged on him.
They zagged on him. It was like a mistaken shooting thing, and then they were like, "We can't let him die like that." It's
Right.
LL Cool J. So
Yeah.
come back.
I think that this is just really cool because it happens on the same night. Like, it's very rare that you get a sequel that captures the same compressed pressure and tension of the first one. Usually you'd be like 5 years later, 10 years later, 8 years
Yeah.
later. This is like, nah, we're right back in it.
Jamie Lee's got a wig on.
It's still Halloween. We're still in Haddonfield. Jamie Lee's got a wig on. Loomis is running around looking for cigarettes. And it goes off. I want to ask you,
yeah.
this is our third time around the block with Mike.
Yeah.
No
My guy.
Jason, no Freddy, no Leatherface. What keeps bringing you back to the shape?
First of all, the GOAT. The
you,
GOAT.
You like greatness. You respect greatness.
You feel
Yeah.
like Michael Myers is the GOAT?
I was going to do this later because it's him versus Voorhees in the finals. You would say Freddy?
I'd say Freddy is like a 3 seed. Yeah.
Okay. But versus Voorhees, Myers, more realistic. Original came first. Funnier. Just flat out funnier than
More
Voorhees.
realistic.
I thought he had more of a purpose.
Right.
I don't really know what Voorhees. It's like, yeah, I drowned in this lake. I'm just going to kind of protect this campsite. But now I'm going to be in Manhattan. I'm going to be like Myers
That's
is
like an 8 though, dude.
I know, but Myers is like Haddonfield's my spot. But my favorite thing about Myers is Horny Myers, which we really only get in 1 and 2.
Right.
I like what he's like. I'm not just gonna kill both people in this
I'm gonna
hot
watch
tub.
I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
watch a little. I'm a little bit of a voyeur. I made him
Yeah.
try to grab some boob here.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, he did. He went for it.
Yeah.
He was an 18-year-old going
Yeah.
through some stuff, which I
When
think
she's licking on the hand and all of that stuff.
Oh yeah, Myers
Yeah.
is like, oh,
There's Karen.
Jesus. I'm different in that. Am I off? I feel like Freddy is the clear guy. I don't know why.
really?
I do.
What's the case for Freddy?
Well, a couple of things.
Yeah, is he realistic?
No, Freddy is definitely not realistic. To me, of all of these guys, Freddy has by far the most personality. These guys don't have any personality. Freddy's got Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Yeah,
And Freddy's making jokes. Freddy, if you do kung fu, Freddy will block that shit with a different discipline. Freddy to me, Freddy has pizzazz and flair. And to be honest with you, he was by far the most terrifying because these two guys, obviously they're forces of nature and you can't stop them and all of that stuff. But I just used to be so afraid of Freddy because you had to fall asleep.
Did
Yeah,
Freddy
everybody's gotta
exist
sleep.
though?
Did Freddy exist?
Yeah, did he exist or was he just
He
implanted
was a
in your
serial
mind?
killer that was like murdered by the town. Wasn't he burned alive
Yeah,
by
they
the
burned him
town?
alive
Yeah.
because he was
Yeah.
fucking with kids.
But was he a real person though? When he was killing all these people, was he killing them
No, he
or
was
was
a
it all
figment of
like,
their subconscious, right?
He's a sleep demon.
yeah. But that's not Myers was a real person, at least at the start.
keep
What
saying
are you
that.
talking
Yeah.
about?
Myers first he thought about it for 15 years.
But
Inhumanly patient, waiting for some
I
silent
know,
alarm
but
to
you
trigger him.
understand that Freddy Krueger was also a real person who was killed and then
Yeah.
made a deal with a sleep demon spirit
Yeah.
and became a manifestation
But
of
he's in
people's
the
nightmares.
demon bracket. That's like a whole different bracket.
If what you
He's
want
with,
is
like,
realism,
Poltergeist.
then there's nothing realer than Leatherface. There's nothing realer
Leatherface,
than
Just understand that. Also, if you're talking about real, I know they decanonized it, but there's the whole curse thing that happened.
yeah.
And this
We
guy,
did this when we did
right?
Return of Michael
So
Myers. there's the Thorns
obviously
trilogy.
a supernatural
Well,
supernatural.
they had to do that for the sequels. Leatherface, out of shape. He kind of had to. It had to be a home game for him. He needed you in his house. I don't think he could have gone on location.
You don't think Leatherface?
No, I think
could've
he was
done
a
it on a
home
cold,
game. I think
rainy
he
night?
needed the crowd. He needed some help.
He's a dome
and needed the
quarterback.
chainsaw.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Gotcha.
Like, no, what was Leatherface without a chainsaw? Myers was like, he had hypodermic needles. He had kitchen knives.
Yeah.
Like, if you're making a ham sandwich at night, he'll
a
just
true
take the
killer.
knife.
He's a
Yeah.
true killer. Is what
We
you're
really
saying.
needed like
and-
a Hell in the Cell with all these guys movie.
Yeah.
You know, we should have brought them all together for like an Expendables.
So you're saying Leatherface
wins.
is like Goff outside in the winter?
Yeah,
right?
he needs the dome. He needs Ben Johnson.
Well, Myers, any system,
Yeah.
any system,
Yeah.
Myers is good in.
Yeah.
Nobody would have been better as a movie serial killer just wandering around a town after being shot 6 times, being like, oh, that girl's on the phone. I think I'll just take her out just
But-
for sport.
But you do first of all, that's actually a critique I have of the movie.
Yeah.
I can make an argument. Freddy don't pass up no bodies. Freddy see you, he kill you, you out.
Yeah.
Okay, you're done. There are
Myers.
times in this movie where Myers is running from the grind. Myers is walking to the hospital, there are kids walking by him and stuff like
Right.
that.
He doesn't kill kids, though.
No, I know, but he kills women and then fat guys.
Right.
So like people like
He kills athletic guys too.
kinda, sometimes maybe, if one gets in his way.
Babies off limits for Myers. He had a chance to take out the whole nursery. It was
Sure.
too easy.
Yeah, what are they
Yeah.
gonna do?
Like,
know what
that
makes
would
this
be
work
evil to do that.
Is this is Halloween 1A instead of Halloween
Right.
2. It's basically like, did you like Halloween? What if we supersized it? What if we just kept it going? So many sequels wind up being like, well, now we have to explain this, and now we have to do that. And future Halloween movies did that. But this is just like, what if the night just went on and he came back?
Whoa,
And
and with more murders. It's a supersized.
Yes.
Because we're in the slasher era, which from 79 to 81 gives us Friday the 13th, Halloween ripoff, Part 2, Prom Night, Funhouse, When a Stranger Calls, Terror Train, He Knows You're Alone, Happy Birthday to Me, and Halloween 2.
Yeah.
All in like 2.5 years. And
Yeah.
it's just, this becomes, you can make these for $400K and make 20 million potentially.
Mm.
And guess what? I've seen all of them. I
they're
think
very
the
reliable.
one that was the best idea that wasn't executed the best was Terror Train.
Okay.
Just a really good idea for a horror movie. Like, you're on a train, you can kind of sneak in and out of the cars, you can wander around. I still feel like trains would have been a good, somebody should have figured that out. Why are you staring at me like that?
I'm not.
Is
I'm,
Well, what do you think the best location is?
no, I'm wait. Well, no, I'm listening to you. I've never seen
Train.
Terror Train before. I've never seen it.
It's exactly what you think it is, but poorly done.
My favorite
Prom
location.
Night wasn't bad either.
Prom Night's a
was
good one.
Yeah.
Prom
That's
Night's a
also
good-
Jamie Lee.
Yeah.
Sleepaway Camp. Would you consider that
Yeah.
slasher? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 82 had even more of them, including one of my all-time favorites, Silent Rage, which is unfortunately too obscure to do in the rewatchables.
I
Really?
love Halloween. I love Halloween, and I love Halloween because I came to Michael Myers late. I should also say that Freddy was my just in my formative terror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Freddy, right?
Right.
But I came to Michael Myers later, and I like Michael Myers. Doesn't talk, walks, kills, completely strong,
Couple head tilts.
overwhelming, like the whole deal.
Drives.
Drives, relentless.
Knows where the phone lines and the power is in
Yeah.
every place he goes.
Knows about
Resourceful.
Celtic, pagan rituals.
We talked about that in the Halloween 1 pod. Like, so, you assume he's possessed by some evil spirit that can then give him the answers in his head because he was in a mental
You wouldn't have
institution.
assumed that when you first watched Halloween, though.
Right. By
Right.
Halloween 2, it's like
Because you got to keep coming back.
totally realistic. He could just find where the elementary school is, maybe deface some pictures, write Sam Hain on the chalkboard. Then he's off to his next stop. He can follow the Hollywood Haddonfield Hospital signs.
Right.
Oh, it's this way that.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a left here. Cool.
This is my problem, or it was my problem back then with the slasher movie,
Yeah.
is when I would watch horror movies, I would need to feel overwhelmed. Like there's something that I cannot stop, you know?
Yeah.
And then with Michael Myers, you know, I feel like if you can get to the car, he's just gonna walk, you're out. You could blow him up, you could do stuff. That's why it was always the supernatural stuff for me. I mean, you could, if you had like, let's say you had like an RPG.
Yes, if
You
had
fucking
one,
over
yeah.
Michael Myers. Like if you have it, right? But for me, a lot of the horror movies that I watched, particularly during the 80s, they were all supernatural in some way. Like, what you gonna do with Hellraiser?
Right.
You're fucked. You know, like Freddy, all of that. You gotta go to beat guys like that. You have to go find some old ancient nun that's like, this is an evil that's been around for eons, and you know. And so that was the stuff that really scared me. But later on, I came to love the slasher movie.
Okay. Can we talk about? You're Team Freddy. I get it.
Right.
We haven't done a nightmare movie yet.
We haven't done Friday.
I guess my thing is, what's your issue with Freddy since you're excluding him?
Yeah,
from the
because
Rewatchables?
that's the thing is I can't tell if you're holding on to these and letting them accrue value or whether you're
I'm
just
pro.
like, I
I don't-
actually don't want to do Voorhees.
No, we should do Voorhees. I mean, the Friday the 13th have not aged great, but we should probably do
I kind of disagree.
one and
Two
Which
is
one do you
good.
like? I really like 2.
I like Final Chapter a lot. That's the one with Corey Feldman.
Oh, that movie's great. Yeah,
So what
you're
are you
right.
what are you
Yeah,
talking
those two
about?
were really good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do like the Corey Feldman one. That would have been a great. Feldman just should have become Voorhees.
Crispin Glover's
I guess
in that
he was
one.
too short.
Yeah.
Glover, yeah.
And the kid from Last American Virgin.
Yeah.
Lawrence Monason. Okay, let's talk about worst ideas ever in a sequel for movies that I actually love. Because I think Myers turning out to be Laurie's brother in Halloween 2 is my second least favorite thing for a sequel.
Yes.
I'm going to give you my top 4. Coming in at number 4, Rocky losing all of his money in Rocky 5 thanks to some bad Pauly investments. Why the fuck are you letting
Stop.
Pauly invest anything?
Can I ask you, stop
I know
bringing it
you
up.
like Rocky 5.
Stop. It enrages me. I have an irrational, even as a kid, I was fucking 10 years old or something like that. I was like, you mean to tell me this fucking guy gets his head beat in
Yeah.
for years and years and years?
For no money on Christmas.
For no money, then he goes back to Philly.
Yeah.
Tough living. Okay.
Yeah.
Tough
It
living.
gives and it takes.
And by the way, no one to even give Rocky any real advice because there should have been someone that should have said, hey, Rocky, just to let you know, you don't have to, you're still one of the most famous guys in all of sports. You could go sign autographs.
Right.
Like you could do commercials.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things.
Buy 2% of the Eagles.
There's a lot of things Rocky could have done. Even after
Yeah.
Paulie lost all his money, he didn't have to become the trainer for the up-and-coming heavyweight who didn't respect him. That movie enrages me. Even though I like it, I can't believe the decision to take all of his money.
And now we know he could have been in Cosa Nostra sponsored poker games. That's where he could have lost his money.
Yeah.
Come play games
Could
with The
introduce
Rock.
him to Flappy.
Yeah.
Flappy. That's number 4. Number 3 for me is Godfather 3, the decision to have Michael's daughter fall in love with Sonny's illegitimate son.
Yeah.
I can't believe nobody at any point talked Coppola out of this. Like, wait a second. This is kind of fucked up, man. Sonny and Michael were brothers. Don't do this. Not to mention, don't cast your what. So that's number 3.
It's your cousin.
Well,
Your cousin.
it was a first cousin.
I know, but I'm saying just
Yeah.
says, hey, you can't. It's your cousin. He
So
didn't
number
care.
2 for me is it turns out Michael Myers was Laurie's brother and Laurie
Oh, wow.
got pulled away and adopted. I want to go into that in a second. Number 1 for me, I've texted you both about this. Another 48 hours, Keo becoming the Iceman.
Yeah.
That's number 1.
Number 1. It's just
gives a
because it
shit?
changes
Over
how you watch.
Corleone incest.
Like, who gives a shit? Like,
No.
you know what I'm saying? It says, his brain is so...
I know it changes the first
It
48
changes
hours.
how you watch 48 Hours
I
1
know.
because you're watching it going, well, Keo's the Iceman. Why is he helping him? Why is he telling
Yeah.
him Reggie called? Like, it's just,
This is
it
the thing.
fucks up the first movie.
It's like we watch stuff now
Yeah.
with such a different perspective.
Right.
Where we're like Game of Thrones, like we're gonna figure out like what this dream means and whether or
Right.
not like that means a dragon's gonna fly. And
Ties into season 2,
it
episode
actually
3.
does pay off when you have like attention to detail like the way that Game of Thrones generally had. They were making this shit up as they went along. There are obvious scenes in Halloween 2 that are like John Carpenter's idea of like maybe we can make this an anthology. There's stuff that they put in after the fact because they felt like it wasn't testing right, whatever it was. So it's just like when we go back and we're just like, Kehoe can't be the Iceman. It's like, or he could be.
Right.
They just decided he was.
Yeah.
In this movie, you get the feeling that there was at some point in times that people went, the people that were making the film, that they said, why are we people watching this movie?
Yeah, what's our hook for this one?
Yeah, like, are they watching to continue the story? The first story was so great. This movie is going to take that kinetic energy and bring you right back there. More kills, more thrills. Or is there a deeper movie?
Yes.
And a deeper motivation for Michael Myers to be this obsessed that we need to put in a movie for it to make sense to people?
Well,
and they just decided to go with it.
So when you arrive at that question, you arrive at like, do you think Season of the Witch is good or not? Now, I understand that that movie has detractors. I happen to be a supporter of it. But what it does is it was essentially John Carpenter and Deborah Hill's idea that the overall vibe of Halloween was the star and not Michael Myers.
Right.
And that the synths, the Dean Cundy cinematography, just the feeling of it, that's what Halloween is. And Michael Myers is just one character in what could be many stories that are kind of set on that night or around that night. I actually think that's right. And you're right. Them being like, well, how can we make the stakes feel higher? She has to be his sister. And that kind of feels really stapled on, like the flashback sequences from like the sanitarium or whatever that we're seeing in the movie.
So why are they taking her to the sanitarium?
Exactly.
The parents, they said the parents are dead. So the adoptive parents are like, maybe she should have a relationship with her homicidal brother. Let's take her to Smith's Grove and she can just be scared by this. It makes no sense. There's that part makes no sense. But on top of it, I actually think the movie's better and the franchise is better when Myers has no purpose.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a fucking serial killer.
He's a killing machine.
He was in his little brown station wagon and saw these 3 girls in Halloween 1. And one of them's like, hey, asshole, speed kills. And he's like, that's it. I'm fucking killing these girls tonight. That's it. There's nothing about like we're related.
Right? But I will say that I guess what happens is with Michael's increasing resistance to death, like they try to kill him every way. We'll talk about it later on. But man, if Loomis don't get rid of that 1982 Hill Street Blues ass gun that's not doing shit, that old ass revolver that Michael just eating those like chiclets, right? Just pop, pop, pop.
They're like little BB guns. He's
he get hit a couple of times in the head and he laughs. He smiles. Get that shit away from here.
Yeah.
But with that, with his increasingly, he just can't be stopped. The question then will become like, why? Is it for the love of the game? After a while, you would just think maybe you'll stop. But if there's something deeper, maybe you can hook the audience into believing that this obsession is rooted in something.
So that's why I think that the second one works so well, though, because it's the same night. So you wouldn't be like, we've called the National Guard in.
Right.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't be like, we've got a SEAL team on the way. There's an unstoppable supernatural killer on the loose in suburban Illinois,
but it's still happening.
Yeah, it's like we haven't even gotten our hands around this. Halloween night is still happening in other pockets of this town. And that's the funniest thing when you're watching him walk around the small town and the guy's walking around by with the boombox. And I'm like, how is this not like cops are driving up and down the street on loudspeakers being like, get off the streets. Michael Myers is back.
That was Loomis's terrible advice in the first movie. He's like, you
keep
can't.
It quiet.
Yeah, then everybody will see him. And there'll be panic in the streets. It's like, maybe a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking serial killer. Maybe you should get the word out.
Yeah, Loomis is the Brian Kelly of serial killer stoppers. Loomis is literally, he's the Brian Kelly. Loomis, he has, for some reason, all the respect, but gets nothing right. just continues to take losses till somebody you go, because somebody killed Loomis. Everything would be better if Loomis is out of here. Everything Loomis wants to do, and then he just doesn't, he's not inspiring in any way. Like
and he's wearing a brown raincoat 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like even during the day when it's like 75 in Haddonfield. I don't understand anything about Loomis. Why does he have a gun? He's like a therapist?
He's also died as many times as Michael Myers.
He
Yeah,
has.
true.
And
Well, in the later ones.
he's as obsessed as Myers is. When I was a kid, the thing that scared me the most about this movie, though, was what you're talking about. It was the tone of the movie.
Yeah.
It was the fact that I hadn't really seen a horror movie where the guy was just walking around and people didn't realize the type of danger that they were in.
Yeah.
That used to bother me, right? Like people didn't realize that death was lurking right around the corner. He was walking past them, could grab one of them at any moment. Like I said, maybe he should have. But that, when I was watching it, just the way that the movie was shot, almost as if it were a documentary, that's what used to bother me about it.
Well, what's the best version of the sequel? Because to me, as weird as this sounds, it's very similar to Rocky 2, where Rocky 1's a huge success, and at some point they realize,
Gotta do this again.
got to do Rocky
run it
2. We'll just continue it the same night, and then we'll try to figure out the story as we go along, but basically this time he'll win. But Rocky 2 starts the same way, where you see the ending of Rocky 1. Then we go into the ambulances in Rocky 2, and they're playing the music. The hospital, he goes to see Creed. But they kind of don't really have an idea for that movie other than he has to win this time.
Mhm.
And in this one, the idea is basically the night keeps going and he just kills more people. If we had been in the room, I don't think the last part should have been rooted in the hospital. I actually like when he's just kind of moving around Haddonfield, like what you guys said, where it's scarier just have him in the middle of normal activity.
So are we pitching alternate sequel ideas here, or are you talking?
I'm saying
just
for
about-
Halloween 2 specifically, we end up in a hospital for the last hour plus of the movie, and it just becomes a hospital movie, which that could be any serial killer movie. Like the scary part is Haddonfield and him wandering around. I think that's been some of the stuff that's worked the best in the other Halloween movies.
Yeah, I mean, I think the hospital at least it distinguishes it from the first one.
True.
Because if you had the second one and it's just him stalking around suburban,
I would have gone a little less
Leaf
hospital though. Maybe 40 minutes in the hospital.
To me, you had to change something about the movie in order to like exactly make it unique. So the setting of it being kind of enclosed is kind of the different thing here. I think the best version of the sequel is you think Michael's dead. They're transporting him away. They get maybe like 2-3 hours outside of Haddonfield, right? Or even like an hour
He
to
pulls the
another
lecter.
time.
He pulls the mask off.
He pulls the mask off, or there's a car accident. He flies out. He grabs a scalpel, and now he's rampaging around in that town.
Yeah.
Which then gives the people in Haddonfield, they're close enough for him to start killing, and then from them to come from there to the new town and try to convince people that Michael Myers is going crazy. But it's like Halloween 2, one town over.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Halloween 2 : one town over is good.
Colon,
that.
one town over. Because it's still Halloween.
Colon, one town over.
Yeah, like it's still Halloween, and these people, like, they might have heard a little bit. Did you hear what's happening in Haddonfield and whatever? But it starts to happen to them.
Could it just be Cleveland? Halloween 2
Oh,
Cleveland?
just let loose, like
yeah, he
in,
just
in a
people
large
coming out of
urban
a
environment.
Cavs game in
I mean, that's the
1981.
thing is that unlike Jason, Mike never had away games. You know,
Yeah, true. Well, I think, as I said earlier, the best thing about this movie all these years later, it's been 1981, so what's that, 44 years? The movie fucking is hilarious now.
it's unbelievable.
And we'll go into some of the scenes, but the scene when Ben Tramer gets tragically killed, I can't wait to talk about that. All the stuff in the hospital.
Oh my God.
I can't wait. So I want to save it for when we get to the rewatchable stuff. Carpenter and Deborah Hill co-wrote the screenplay. Carpenter didn't want to direct. He ended up doing Escape from New York, a beloved movie for us.
Yes,
Fantastic, yeah.
Handed the direction over to Rick Rosenthal. And he ended up getting a little involved in filming some stuff.
but he had wanted this to be an anthology series, and he didn't think Michael Myers was like. He was like, you can't build a movie around this guy and kill him at the end of every movie, and then he comes back at the next movie.
Oh, little did he know.
Little
They
did he
ended up
know.
doing 12.
Yeah,
Were we yet in the era of the singular entity slasher movie that comes back for like 5 movies. Have we quite gotten there yet? Maybe he didn't believe in it because there was no
The guy that doesn't die was not a concept.
Yeah,
yet.
Myers and Voorhees, I think, to my knowledge, are like the first ones to be like.
Well, the gimmick for part 2 of Friday the 13th was the mom was the murderer in part 1.
Yes.
Right.
And then part 2
It's
was like,
Jason.
now Jason, he's come out of the water.
Yeah, that's like the misnomers. You
Yeah.
put on Friday the 13th, and you're like, wait a second, this is just like a middle-aged woman with a mask. Like
yeah.
this isn't.
She's the original Karen, a lot of people say.
She was.
Yeah. Took a lot of stuff personally.
There you go. Kids having sex.
Middle-aged crazy.
Kill
Yeah.
him. Like the whole 9. She's like, I don't want. I'm over
Jason
it.
Voorhees' mom was just telling on people.
Yeah.
She just
Keep
wanted to see
it
the
down,
manager.
or
Really
you
upset.
die.
Yeah.
People were taping her on cell phones.
Do you guys think the villain who can't die, the guy who can't die, is the key to a good horror villain or a bug? Do you enjoy that he can't die, or do you wish they could
It was
die?
the key then. Now they've changed it.
It's
Now-
the key to the sequels.
Right.
But do you like that as a character quality, that Michael Myers can't die?
It was
Yeah.
important then because the whole movie was oriented around him. Now with the movies, it's normally supernatural stuff, and that can be different every time. What you
Yeah.
orient the movie around now are the people that are fighting the ghosts. And so every single time you can know that they're essentially Avengers. You can know that they're not going to die and put different
Yeah.
crazy. But at that point, it wasn't really about that. It was about the guy that wouldn't die, and so you needed him.
You know
in
what's an
every movie.
interesting example right now is Black Phone, where
Yeah.
in the first Black Phone, the Ethan Hawke character is essentially like a Michael or a Freddy, like outcast guy who's like preying on
The
children.
grabber.
And then in the second one, the grabber becomes supernatural. Like he's
Mhm.
existing in people's dreams. He's haunting them.
Because it's the Superman complaint, right? It's like, how interesting is this if he can't die?
But honestly, this is what I was saying earlier. This is why they did the sister thing. Because with Freddie, you
Yeah.
start learning new stuff about Freddie. Freddie's mom is a nun. All right, then Freddie is the bastard son of 10,000 maniacs. And so it's all they deepen the lore, and they have to keep doing that to give you explanations to why this thing won't go away. And there's nothing you really can do. It's just kill it for a little while and then it's coming back.
Well, let's start with the real explanation. The ending of Halloween 1 left the door open for one of the most obvious sequel opportunities we've ever had.
Right.
Right? This guy comes back, kills some people, falls off the balcony. Loomis looks out. He's not there anymore. And he's still out there. So when I remember being a little kid. I didn't see Halloween in 78, but I saw the re-release in 80 when they were setting up Halloween 2. And it was just like, all right, what's next? Let's run this back. And I do think they put very little time and thought. Like Carpenter basically said I was drunk when I came up with the sister thing.
Yeah.
Because they're just writing a script. They're taking 10 days and banging, how about he's at a hospital? Oh, yeah, let's try that. And then all of a sudden you have the whole script. I don't think this was being planned out like Pulp Fiction.
Sure.
You
So
know.
wait, what's the obvious sequel thing? Is just like he gets up and he's just still stalking around, but there's no sister problem?
I don't mind the hospital thing, the unfinished business with Lori.
Yeah. Gotta get her.
But the thing is, they have all this, sexual tension in Halloween 1 that they're pretty clear about.
So Star Wars thing
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, and then in Halloween 2, it's like, it's his sister, and she's like dropping the knife phallically
Yeah.
into.
So you think he cares about that?
I think maybe that's part of his thing.
He likes it.
I think he likes it a little bit. Yeah,
He's into it.
yeah.
Kind of the same thing with Godfather 3.
But how would he even know he had a sister? Is the other thing.
he
He's
feels
been
it.
locked
Well,
up since he was 6.
We don't know how Michael knows what he knows.
Yeah.
Right?
He feels
Right.
it.
True.
So he apparently knows how
No
to.
internet.
Yeah, but he's like an
Doesn't
expert
talk.
with how to use syringes. Like,
Right.
how did he
Yeah,
learn
true.
that?
Is that in Michael's mind? Is he the good guy? In Michael's mind, is there something rattling around in there where Michael thinks
Yeah.
that he's got to kill all of these people because they're wrong? Is there?
But what did they do wrong?
Who knows?
Locked him up?
There's a different reality where Michael is like, there are these bad people, and I gotta get them.
Isn't that always the case with these psychopaths?
That is
sociopaths?
not
Sometimes.
exactly the Rob Zombie take on the character, but it is closer to that.
Mm.
Like Michael is incredibly traumatized, leading him to becoming this a little.
I
bit.
don't acknowledge the zombie
I'm
movies.
just saying
You
it's
know?
out there.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't turn
like
a
them.
blind eye to art. Sorry.
Hey, thank you very much. They happened. He tried.
$2.5 million budget, made $25 million. Roger Ebert, 2 stars.
Raj.
Man, Raj.
It's a little sad to witness a fall from greatness, and that's
God
what we get in
damn.
Halloween 2.
How many stars would you guys give it?
I think it's a 2.5.
It's a
I mean, in 88
We
when I
give
saw it
Raj
or
so
now?
much shit. How many you give it stars? How many stars would you give it?
Craig, I don't like your attitude.
if I was Roger Ebert's age and
you
I
give
was
Halloween
like,
2 2 out of 4
I gotta
stars.
grind out Halloween 2 and then see 3 more movies, like this is exactly what I would give it. He'd be like, this is not as good as Halloween 1.
If no nostalgia, you're right. But I gotta think about how I first saw it. I was terrified. So
He said, technically a sequel, doesn't attempt to do justice to the original, tries to outdo the other violent Halloween ripoffs of the last several years.
That's true.
And he said, it depends, of course, on our old friend, the idiot plot, which requires that everyone in the movie behave at all times like an idiot. That's necessary because if anyone used common sense, the problem would be solved and the movie would be over. Raj did not like horror movies, though. He didn't like anything without story.
Right.
well,
So-
because the horror movie is essentially an amusement park
Yeah.
where you're paying your money, especially horror movies like this. Now, I think horror movies have learned and they try to get a little bit more sophisticated, but you're paying money for the thrills. That's what it is. And the story just wraps around that. So for a guy that has to, like CR said, analyze the plot of the movie, it's not the point, Raj. The point is, put 2 people in a hot tub, made a vanilla gumbo,
Yeah.
and then killed. That's the
Yeah.
point. That's what we came for.
Turn the temperature up, take them out one at a time,
Yeah.
including with the repeated drowning.
The point is that this movie is not meant to be viewed at 7 p.m. next to like a Merchant Ivory film. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
viewed when you're like, we went out.
6 high school kids go see this. They smoke pot in
Yeah,
somebody's
or
van.
it's like
Right.
we
They
just
watch
watched.
Myers do his
Or
thing.
now when you're like, I just knocked out Halloween 1. Look at that. Halloween 2 is sitting right there on Peacock. Why don't we just like let it roll right into it?
My wife and I watched Halloween 2 Saturday night and just followed it up with Weapons.
Oh,
Interesting.
It was a horror night. It was
your
great.
thoughts? Your thoughts on weapons?
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
You don't like that?
I didn't. I don't like his.
You
I don't
don't
like
like
his
his-
dismissal.
I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
you
a
don't like that.
deranged Stranger Things. I liked it. I liked watching it. I would never want to watch it again.
Okay.
What were your thoughts?
It's fine. It's
You
good.
didn't think it was a horror
I liked it.
Magnolia rather than a deranged Stranger Things?
I thought it was really interesting.
Okay.
I enjoyed watching it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked weapons.
It's fine.
Okay. We're all friends. We're all friends. It's all good.
I liked weapons. You,
I saw it
loved
way
Weapons,
too
though.
late in the hype game. So I was expecting Pulp Fiction crossed with Silence of the Lambs, and it's like, it's good.
Okay.
We'll come back with the categories after this. This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Catherine Bigelow, the Oscar-winning director of The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30, 2 movies we need to do in the Rewatchables, is back with A House of Dynamite, a cinematic, visceral thriller about America's race to respond to an anonymous missile launch. I just know I'm going to like this. Under the pressure of a ticking clock, the film's characters are called to make impossible decisions with implications for all of civilization. That includes us, while at the same time confronting their own emotions and humanity. A House of Dynamite. It's on Netflix, October 24th. All right, most rewatchable scene.
Jesus Christ.
It rarely works when you run the ending from the previous movie, but you give it slightly different. They gave it like a remix. It's like when they would remix
They
80s songs.
pitched up the soundtrack, the
Yeah.
score, and the first 12 minutes of this movie, you're like, let's fucking go.
It really is. I have 3 different rewatchable scenes, but he goes down, he feels the blood. Then the neighbor comes out and we do this. Is this some kind of joke or something? I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight. You don't know what death is.
Yes.
And then the music kicks in.
That's actually,
Loomis is cooking.
that is
Yeah.
my, okay, motherfucker. moment. Like, are we going for this moment? Yeah.
It's so good. I mean, it's really one of the best starts too, because the opening credits with the pumpkin is good too. And then
so
we go
good.
right into that. It's great. I like after the credits, the looking through Loomis's eyes or looking through Myers's eyes when you see Loomis from far away and he sees the sheriff, he's like, I shot him 6 times.
Yeah.
I shot him 6 times. He's like, just like kind of lost his mind. They get in the car. And then Myers, we see him steal the kitchen knife. Great horror gimmick.
Yes.
This movie has a couple staples, Van.
Mhm.
I open the door thinking someone's in there and the door's open behind the guy and then the door closes and now the horror movie guy is behind the
Right.
door. That one. I'm making something. I put the knife here. I walk away. I come back. The knife's gone.
Yeah.
Another fucking staple.
It's also awesome that the old couple are home watching Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. A shout out to George Romero, and then she's cutting a big hunk of meat.
It looked like liverwurst or something.
Something
or
like
maybe,
that.
Ham? I don't know.
So she's actually
It's a little late.
but
Yeah.
she a little late for that. Like put it on
And a big Coke.
Yeah. So
Were we happier back then? What it was like, who we don't need to think about sleep cycles and whoop scores.
Yeah, there was no Apple Watch
We
telling
just
her
had a
not to make
fucking
a
ham
ham
and cheese sandwich at midnight and watched Night
Yeah.
of the Living Dead.
but
Were
like
we happier?
she's they're watching a zombie movie, eating something
Sounds
disgusting.
great. Let's
Yeah,
go back.
Let's like fucking
I'm into
take
it.
What did we do wrong?
300% of your recommended daily amount of sodium
Yeah.
at midnight.
Well, that's why the guy was in a coma. He's probably already dead.
He was
from
already
dinner.
he had a heart
Yeah.
attack. Yeah.
She's making him a ham sandwich, trying to kill him. And then there's the
Robert
cute.
Kennedy Jr. is watching this. He's like, God damn it, this
Jesus.
is what's wrong with this country.
And then there's the cute neighbor next door who gets the phone call. Did you hear what happened?
Yes.
There's a guy killed stuff. It's weird. I've heard sirens. Yeah, he's still out there in the loose, and she's just fine for 20 seconds before she realizes the door's open. Who's just hanging out at home with the door open at 11 at night?
But that's the whole
At
point
any
of
time,
Haddonfield.
Haddonfield.
I get
This
it,
was a
but-
leave your door unlocked
Yeah,
community.
this is why
But at
they were
11
able
at
to-
night, like at some point, shut the fucking door.
Well, this is why they were able to be taken. There are a lot of other towns where there would have been, and I guess there kind of was at one point, like a lynch mob that would have formed.
It does.
Yeah, I see.
When
yeah.
he's like, when Loomis is like, that's the tribe.
Well, Carpenter filmed this scene because he thought the movie didn't have enough kind of violence in it.
Yeah.
So they filmed him Myers killing the cute neighbor, just padding his. It's a stat pattern.
It is. It's like
Yeah.
taking a rebound away from the big man.
Yeah. He's on a foul shot. Yeah, it's the Westbrook 2017 strategy. And that leads to
Thought you were an ally, Bill.
shot
Come
for no
on.
reason.
Yeah.
You back on the other side.
that was a terrible MVP.
Talk about words like that, man.
My favorite scene, not only in this movie, but maybe it's in the running for favorite horror movie scenes ever. Loomis and the sheriff kill not Michael Myers. They just see this guy from far away. There's little kids everywhere.
Technically, they don't kill him.
You
They
guys-
kill him.
You guys, that is the most hilarious scene.
It's so good.
That is the most hilarious scene. Burned, blown up, hit by car, shot, the whole thing. By the way, this is some random 17-year-old kid. This is
and there's
The
other
unluckiest
kids.
kid in the
This
whole
the
There's
world.
other
unlucky
kids
kid.
in
This
front
is-
of him. Loomis is ready to just start firing shots.
This is such a profound tragedy
Yeah.
that the movie does not contend with at all.
This would have radicalized the community.
The entire
Yeah.
community
There would have
Loomis
been
is out.
ACAB
What the
graffiti
fuck?
all over this town.
This is
after
a random kid that was incinerated, hit by a car, then shot
cop
by
car,
the police.
driving 70 miles per hour with no
like-
sirens.
And then
Right.
it's like, and later on they play it. It barely gets lip service. Hey, this is a kid. My friend had a mask on or whatever. I
Yeah.
think it could be like nothing. It just killed.
My friend was in the hit and run accident
Yeah.
and burned to death.
What the hell, bro?
There's so many questions. Like, where was the cop coming from? Why was there a white van there just in the middle of the road?
It's the TV production band, isn't it?
Yeah. The satellite
Hits
truck.
perfectly, and it puts this ball of fire in the air that I don't even know how much gas was in the van.
And they just keep it moving. They're
And
just
Loomis and Bracken
let's
is
get
like,
outta here.
hey, somebody called, and they're like, yeah, you deal with this, and they just leave this
Yeah.
fucking burning kid.
Right.
It's fucking bonkers. Craig, what was your take as you watched
It's
this?
the most grotesque way to die. Like, they really put their whole effort into it. Like it's pretty. He gets hit by the car and like dragged 10 feet into the other car.
Jackknifed into a van and
Jackknife,
incinerated.
And then he set it on fire. I ran it back like 3 times.
It
Set it
is
on fire. And he
gruesome.
burns. And by the way, just nothing for it.
And the sad part is, aside from the tragic death of this 17-year-old child, is that's exactly the best way you could have tried to kill Michael Myers.
Right.
Is pin him against a van, incinerate him, shoot him, like do all the stuff.
Nobody stays with the car. They just, I don't even know who was left
He
behind.
gets a phone call and they're like, Myers is at the hospital. And they're like, let's go.
Let's go.
Also,
That's
why
not
is
him.
this kid dressed like Michael Myers?
Nope.
Well, in the first, he gets the mask from a gas station. So like the mask
Oh.
is just like out there, right? It's like it's for some reason a staple of the Haddonfield
Well,
Halloween community.
Ironically, it turns out to be Ben Tramer. And in the first movie, Laurie's slutty friend was like, who would you want to go to the dance with? She's like, I don't know. If Ben Tramer asked her, she's like, Ben Tramer, you like Ben Tramer? So the one kid Lori liked ends up getting gruesomely killed to death, being mistaken by Michael Myers, the guy who's trying to kill her. Lori, bad luck with men.
It's kind of funny how there's only like 4 families in Haddonfield.
Yeah.
Because like the sheriff, his daughter, he finds his daughter, his body and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's our next rewatchable scene. Sheriff sees his dead daughter. The media has, well, hold on. Just work with me. Dana Carvey's in this scene
Dana
out of
Carvey
nowhere.
pops up, yeah. I didn't remember.
But no speaking lines. But so it's like, why is Dana Carvey here? There's all this media already in Haddonfield.
Yes.
Which
that's from a different version of the movie.
Right.
There's a couple of scenes in the movie where you're like, oh, that could have been what they were kind of thinking for Season of the Witch, where it's a little bit more like vignette-y.
Yeah. And then Sheriff Brackett, who does the thing, he sees it's his daughter's dead. And then he turns on Loomis.
Yeah.
You did this.
You did this. He's I tried to start. He almost goes,
Loomis completely dismisses him.
Yeah.
Loomis basically is like Loomis is basically like, okay, get the fuck out of my face. He's still alive. Let's go. Loomis doesn't even acknowledge this man. This man just saw his daughter. It's a weirdly moving scene in the movie.
Yeah.
He like closes her eyes or whatever.
I tried to tell people. I tried.
and Loomis just basically, I don't know, that's it. All right, bye. Get the hell out of here. Go home.
So my favorite thing about this movie, I was going to do this later. I'll just do it now. Loomis is basically just doing bits from his stand-up comedy show that's not funny to everyone who will listen. Like if he can get a cop trapped, and it'd be like if Seinfeld, if you were with Seinfeld and you were just hanging out with him, and Seinfeld was like, "What's the deal with peanuts?" Loomis is just any opportunity to go. I watched him for 15 years.
It's the lack of human consciousness.
He's got his 5 things.
Yeah.
He just wants to hit over and over again with any live body.
I do like the idea, though, that this guy is now completely spun out.
Loomis.
You know, like over the course of the 2 films, it's been a day and a night. He's killed a guy who's now back to life.
Yeah.
You know, like there's the situation.
I shot him 6 times.
Totally out of control. And he's just like, now I'm spinning out. And I'm just like.
He keeps trying to like convince people he's not crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this thing is not human. I'm telling you guys, even like at the end of the movie where he shoots Michael Myers again and people are getting close to Michael Myers and he is apoplectic. He's like, stay away from him. He's not dead. Everyone he can make his case to, he makes it.
I thought Sheriff Brackett made some good points. He did let him out.
Yeah.
He was in charge of him for 15 years.
Did he let him out?
Well, he could have stopped it. Could have told him. I don't know. Hot tub murders.
Love it. Love it.
I have a ton to say about this. I don't know if you want to do it here.
So she shows up 15 minutes late for her shift.
Because she's been at a Halloween party.
Gets chewed out by her boss.
I love that scene.
As time changes, starts the shift, and then the creepy guy from The Accused, turns out to be one of the rapists in The Accused 7 years later,
Bud?
that guy.
Leo Rossi.
Leo Rossi.
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Yeah, he's the clear that guy in this movie. He's like, hey, let's go. Basically, let's hook up. Meet me down in the physical therapy room. She's like, I don't know. Fine, I'll go down. Next thing we know, she's just doing a full striptease in the thing, and he's in the hot tub, and it's like, you guys are fucking work. What are you doing?
They're on, dude. And my whole thing is, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, do she want to fuck or not?
Do you guys want to do this now? Should we just fully?
I want to
fully
go
break
all
it
in
down
on this
All
right now
because it's like, first of all, I'm looking at it in 2 different ways. Number one, to legitimately have sex in the physical therapy hot tub of your job, you would have to really, really want it. But she's really hesitant. It goes back.
Also, like, what's the cleanup situation?
There is no cleanup situation,
Bill.
It's so unhygienic.
To be
They're
in the hot
swapping
tub.
bodily fluids in a hot tub
In
that other people are going to use for like repairing their ACL surgery.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable.
Like they just got their shit. I'm like, I'm looking at, did he clean it? People got in there that just got their shit unbandaged and all kinds of different stuff that's happening in there. But then they want to do it, but then they don't want to do it. She seems drawn
But
to
she's
him.
not like, let's have a quickie against like this like bench over here. She's like, we're going to get fully nude at work. after you've been smoking a roach in the break room. For
Right.
some reason, this is a massive hospital that only 4 people are working at because apparently Halloween night is like New Year's Eve in Haddonfield.
Yeah.
And
Nobody's
they get
there.
like this entire wing to themselves, which is basically the maternity ward.
Right.
So they're
Yeah.
nailing each other in a hot tub next to a bunch of newborn babies in a hot tub that apparently has a scalding temperature. Why? Why can you get up to scalding? What therapeutic?
It's a great point.
It's a good point.
Why would you go to 160 degrees for
Yeah.
any reason?
Yeah, would you be like, oh, I just dipped it in for a second? No,
Hold on, I'm
it's
going to
like-
make a turkey in there. Put that up to 160.
Boil some eggs. Then, like, this guy, if they would have cast that role differently, and that was like a young Tom Cruise, this is no diss to Leo Rossi.
Yeah,
No, but he's like creepy.
He is
like a scumbag.
legitimately.
he hits on like the other nurse while they're in the break
he's
room.
like
Yeah.
a true scumbag.
Like-
This nurse is like, this is my guy.
This is my dude, and she
Yeah.
can't stop it. And then after they have their little tryst, and the tryst goes bad, when Michael Myers comes back around and he puts his hand on her, she thinks it's the other guy's hand. She starts nibbling and licking his hand. I'm like,
So that's another nitpick.
Yeah.
I feel like you know right away when
That's
the
not
serial
Leo-
killer is
yeah,
covered in
that's
blood
not
and
Bud's hand.
probably
Right.
hasn't showered in a long time. It's probably not the guy.
yeah.
That would be my guess. I want to shout out my wife who, as the girl's face was repeatedly getting dunked in the scalding water and she started losing stuff, my wife said, in all seriousness, this is like the peel my friend just had, a facial peel. I won't say who the friend was.
Is it your witchy friend?
Craig, you love nothing more than an 80s movie when there's just gratuitous nudity for no reason.
Yeah, this was gratuitous. They did it. I wasn't upset by it, but yeah, this checked all the 80s boxes, this scene.
Well, it even checked in the research boxes. The lady who played the nurse was upset she had to have a nude
Yes.
scene and it turned into a whole thing on set. And you could feel her discomfort in the thing, which is, I wish I hadn't read the research.
What's the character's name? The guy, the creepy guy?
Bud.
Bud. My counter to your entire point. If the plan is to have a romantic night and you can't leave the hospital, and
It's
there's
not
a-
the plan. They're at
Yeah.
work.
Well, look, if that's what you want, and there's
But-
a hot tub in a room,
But my thing is, you trying to hit real quick, right? You're at work.
Yeah, just go into a room.
Yeah.
You don't need to do the fucking
It's
hot
beds
tub.
everywhere. Just
Yeah.
just go that. They made a whole night of it.
I respect the ingenuity, you know?
You know, wait, by the way, every time I see an article about the male loneliness epidemic,
Yeah.
I think about the fact that Craig doesn't like to see titties in 1986.
No, but you know what?
No,
I think he does. But here's the thing that they
Wait.
do to you.
I
that
like
they
every time
don't.
every
To be
time-
fair, he does.
No,
he-
here's the problem.
I
with-
obviously don't dislike it. I'm just saying it is extremely 80s, and I can recognize how unnecessary it is for the movie.
And in the-
I don't hate seeing it.
in the horror movies, what they do is they make you incredibly horny right before they disgust
they
you.
incite you.
So they'll be like, oh my God, they're going to do it. We're going to get it. And then it's like, oh, this person just got impaled.
Get
or this
you up
person
and
just
take you
got
down. You know what I
dunked
mean?
in a vat of frying, scalding water.
Yeah.
Myers always shoots his wad and commits the murder before he gets to watch. Like it's too
Maybe
it's too early. Like he should turn on the hot tub.
Maybe he's like Craig and it disgusts him, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
He's making a judgment about this.
Maybe he's like Tipper Gore.
Now I'm at the point when I
Trying
watch
to clean up America.
now when I watch 90s movies, I'm almost disappointed that there's not nudity
I
because
know.
I've
Yeah.
seen so many. Like when we watch Sneakers, that scene with the
Right.
mistress, I'm like, what are we doing
Could
here?
have seen that.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Getting out in a physical therapy hot
Come
tub.
on.
I do think this was one of the better horror movie murders of the 80s. The
Dunking her
repeated,
head, yeah.
the fit when the face comes up and there's less skin. I just
Yeah.
thought it was probably the best murder of this whole thing. It was the iconic murder of this movie. But we also had a hypodermic needle double murder
Yep.
with
Right in
the into the
face.
side. That was
Mhm.
good.
With the alcoholic doctor who is the only doctor in
Yeah,
the
what's up
hospital.
with that guy?
Yeah.
Myers stabbing Lori, but it's a bunch of pillows and Lori's on the loose. We get a scalpel murder where he lifts that one cute blonde nurse up from the back with the scalpel, but gets her up in the air. I'm gonna say, I don't know how he does that. I don't know if the scalpel's holding on. You think?
If the scalpel would have, you
Can
mean
you
the
lift-
physics of it?
Can you lift somebody up 18 feet with a scalpel that's like, I don't know, this long?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
say
didn't
no.
get that either.
I'm gonna say like something weird happens. Lori Chase. I like when Lori hides in the car. And then Loomis in the hospital when he brings everybody in there and he says to the one lady like, "You stay with me and shut up."
I also
He's like, "It's Loomis time." He shoots Myers 5 more times, so Myers now has 11 bullets, and the guy goes over to make sure he's dead. He's like, "No, get away from him! No!"
Loomis, you guys, Loomis's descent into madness is so awesome.
I mean, it hits its peak when they're in the cop car and it's Marion and Loomis and the marshal.
Yeah.
And Loomis is like, "I'm taking you hostage, Marshall." And he's like, "Yeah, you can't do that." He shoots a gun off by his head. And he's like,
and threw out the window.
yeah, it's just like this guy is completely left.
Well,
left
we
Earth.
keep going in that scene. Myers gets the 2 shots in the eyes. Perfect shooting from Laurie.
Yeah.
I really enjoy blind Myers trying to just
Crying
stab
blood.
people.
Yeah.
And then Loomis is like, how many patients in this hospital? Like 12?
We
How
know
many
it's a full
babies?
maternity ward.
Yeah, how many babies? 6? I'm going to blow up the hospital anyway. Myers has to go.
Yeah.
I'll take out these other 25 people. This just has to happen. No thought whatsoever. Yeah. And
What's
then
your
the
most
ending.
rewatchable? Oh, the ending, yeah.
What do you have for most rewatchables here? For me, it's Ben
It's
Tramer.
Ben.
It's
It's just that
gotta
whole
be Ben.
thing.
It's the funniest scene.
You
It
guys,
just kills me.
it's got to be Ben, man. It's so absurd. But
What about
so
telling his
awesome.
parents, "Hey, bad news, your son's dead"?
Also,
What happened? Well, these guys hit him and then they left, but they were cops.
it's every 5 years I forget that scene. And so
Yeah.
I'll watch it and I'll be like, wait, what?
I was waiting.
Like,
I didn't know if Craig had seen it or not.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the text into the group chat from Craig
being like, holy
about
shit.
that scene.
Yeah.
Do you
And
think
it
when
did
they
not
were editing
disappoint.
the movie at any point, the director and the editor were
Fuck
like,
no.
"Yeah, was this weird
No.
that this kid just
They-
dies out of nowhere?"
They went, "This is badass." You could tell how much they admired the scene when they made it.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, they
just
were fucking high-fiving on the set.
Going
They were like,
nuts.
we got him. Yeah.
It's a real set piece. Yeah.
What's the most 1981 thing about this movie, other than a kid walking downtown with a boombox at 11 o'clock at night?
I passed a Datsun truck.
Yeah,
That's
that's got to be the winner.
when did nurses stop dressing like that?
I have it. The little hats that nurses wear.
Yeah. That hats.
Little hats.
Should come back.
Well, I just am curious when it stopped.
Probably late 90s. I don't know, somewhere in there.
You think in like 96 they're still walking
don't
We
around?
used to have nice things.
You don't
We used to have
know-
flight
hold on,
attendants that
hold on,
dress like
hold on,
that.
hold
We used to
on.
have nurses.
Why did you don't know when they stopped wearing
I
hats?
don't, he wanted an answer.
No.
I just felt like he needed an answer. I don't know the answer.
What-
You said it so authoritatively,
Yeah,
though.
it's like late 90s.
Yeah. It's a Clinton thing. Yeah.
Clinton.
Stop
These
wearing-
ladies, they work hard. They shouldn't
Something
have to
happened
wear
in
heels.
1997 and they stopped wearing hats. The hats are gone.
A couple more. Turning on a transistor radio to get the news.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Walkie-talkies.
Walkie-talkies.
Walkie-talkies. And then the other one that I think is in the running here, a little kid getting hurt with the Apple razor blade Halloween thing,
Yes.
which is the all-time urban
Great
legend.
pull.
I don't know if it ever actually
and that,
happened.
that was like supposed to be a season of the witch thing.
Yeah, the fear of that in the late 70s, early 80s was a real thing.
But
It's like-
that is actually like one of my favorite parts of this movie is the fact that, intentionally or not, there will be moments where you're like, oh, is this newscaster, the blonde newscaster, or is this mom and kid? Are they going to be like major parts of the movie? And then they just never come back.
You know what I wonder? Because there was something that existed, Halloween, which we haven't really talked about, at least a couple of podcasts I've done about these movies with you guys. Halloween is completely taken on like a new sort of, it's a very durable holiday
Yeah.
because it's shifted its focus almost completely towards adults and, you know, dressing up like Velma with no underwear on and all of that stuff. It's like totally changed, right? And one reason why, what? Y'all never seen the
Velma with no underwear.
Y'all need it. Y'all got different algorithms. Y'all never see these y'all never see these sexy Velma videos and the girl, oh, it's Halloween, she's Velma. And then all of a sudden she turns around and she starts dancing and you go, oh, this is a different type of advertising. What's that link tree
That
saying?
hasn't gotten served to me.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm doing something wrong.
but like, but part of the reason why Halloween became for adults was because it became like unsafe. So many of these urban legends came out about the candy at Halloween, the razor blades, guys going out and trying to get kids and all of that. And I do really feel like this movie and Michael Myers going on a killing spree on Halloween, it was part of kind of, you could get fucked up a little bit.
Did you have in your neighborhood the alleged house where somebody got fucked with Halloween
there
candy?
was like there was one I think that had like a Rottweiler, so there was like a lot of fear about the dog, and then there were a couple of like that's old man blank blank's house, and he don't knock there. I mean I have no idea. It could have just been.
We had one when I was little in Brookline. The thing allegedly happened, and I just assumed it happened, but now I wonder if it happened.
What thing?
Where we heard that a kid,
I know
kid ate the razor blade, and it was this house, and this house did it, and now I have no idea if it actually happened.
I thought it was something different. I thought they accused that neighbor of giving candy to black kids. And the whole neighborhood was like,
oh my God, dude.
Like, that guy's crazy. Don't go by his house.
I knew it was going to be a good one. Oh, man. What's age the best? Do you like the dopey Halloween 2 electronic score?
Not as much as the
reimagining. Not as good as the first one, but I admire the effort.
Yeah. And the score in 3 is sick.
The score in 3 is good.
Rocky 2, the beginning of Rocky 2.
Yeah. We're talking way too much about Rocky today.
Well, we just have to do it. What stage is the best? Being in a creepy small hospital at night after seeing this movie. I don't know if you guys have been in a hospital where you're like, oh, it's like fucking Halloween 2 in here. It just feels like there's not enough people in the hospital, and it's kind of shocking.
Oh, it's totally terrifying. It's a fantastic place to set a horror movie.
It's both the most unrealistic thing about this movie, but it's also kind of realistic because I do think this happens. Right?
Yeah, hospitals are creepy. And if you've been at one, if you've been visiting, and I hope everybody's family and friends are healthy and all of that, but if you've been visiting somebody and you're in a hospital at a certain time
clear
of
out.
night, they clear out. There's nobody there. A lot of times, they're letting you stay there because there's somebody that you love, and you look, and it's eerie. It's an
Cobra
eerie
got
thing.
into this too.
Cobra?
Cobra was Sly Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
When he goes to save Brigitte Nielsen, there's a whole creepy hospital thing. What's age the best? Well, what do you have? I have a couple.
The fact that this movie saves the setup for 30 minutes in. So like the setup is just good. Halloween 1 keeps going. This then like the traditional horror movie setup really doesn't start until the paramedics and the nurse are hanging out at the hospital, and it's real quiet, and the sex scene and all that. So I love the way they flip that. I mentioned making someone incredibly horny before you discuss them with something repulsively violent. That aged the best. And then a lot of the things that are like messy or wrong about this movie, like the newscaster or the kid with the bloody lip, kind of give it color and life a little bit to me. So that's
So Halloween itself, it's just like I said, it's like it's past Thanksgiving. It's the second holiday of this season now. But also the variety of kills. The variety of kills. Hammer, scalpel.
Scalding water.
All of this stuff.
Hypodermic needle.
Yeah.
This movie is part of the technology of the guy can't just kill you with an axe every single time, kill you with a knife every single time. He's got to we have to have different set pieces that are based around how the serial killer kills you to up the thrills. This movie does that really well.
How do you feel about not seeing all the murders? Like, we don't get to see the black nurse get killed. We don't get to see drunk doctor get killed.
Black nurse, that would have just been too torturous to watch because she's getting her blood drained from her body.
I have thoughts about that, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later.
Okay, can't wait. Pleasence hosted SNL on Halloween 1981 to promote Halloween 2.
No, he didn't.
During the first breakout Eddie Murphy season. And it was the same episode that John Belushi insisted they had this punk band called Fear on. And Fear had complete chaos, and it became this legendary SNL moment. And that was all because of Donald Pleasence, who in the oral history book, they're basically like, he was this drunk guy who couldn't remember his lines. That was the Donald Pleasence scouting report. So kudos to him. I like I'm telling you, this isn't a man. That's his West Coast offense.
Yes.
Anytime he can shift it to trying to convince somebody we're not talking about a human being here, Loomis will do
There's
that.
nothing behind those eyes.
Yeah. Myers following the signs to Haddonfield Hospital is so fucking funny. When he walks past the kid with the boombox, he hears the news report, and there's just this giant sign that says Haddonfield Hospital this way. And Myers is like doing the Myers walk. And then Myers cuts all the phone lines, kills the main lights, slashes every tire in the parking lot, kills the security guard,
Cuts fuel lines out
an
there.
EMT, cuts fuel lines, kills the ER doctor, 4 nurses in like 45 minutes. Just like really efficient.
Like decimates the medical industry there.
Like just purposeful, goes through, knows what to do.
Takes out the communication, the transportation, decapitates the intelligentsia of the hospital by taking out the doctor so they couldn't rally
He's
around
like the Joker.
He's the original hacker.
Yeah.
Right.
Any other would say the best?
No, not for me.
I had Mike in the maternity ward is actually like one of the creepiest images
Yeah.
in the entire series.
Where were I asked my wife and I were talking about that. Where were the parents when these kids were just asleep in the
Like at a
maternity
Halloween
ward?
party, probably.
Yeah, it was just kind of the way it
Or
went.
waiting to use the hot tub.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna get in right after you guys.
Big Kahuna Burger were best use of food or drink. Probably the apple razor blade.
Yeah.
I had the sandwich getting made, but yeah.
Oh, the sandwich is good.
getting made. Yeah, that's good.
What'd you have for Great Shot Gordo?
Myers appearing behind Nurse Jill when she finds Dr. Mixter with the needle in his eye.
Oh, yeah.
And like she's like, Doctor, and then Myers is just
The
like
white
steps
mask
into
in
the
the
light.
background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Always works. Kid Cudi, Pursuit of Happiness, were best needle drop. Mr. Sandman, I think, is the answer there. Best character name.
Bud Scarlatti.
Bud Scarlatti.
Okay. CR, you got a flex category.
Got a couple things here. I mentioned OK Motherfucker Award for when the movie goes up a notch for You Don't Know What Death Is. It's really good. The Steven Seagal Hard to Kill Award. Did this movie need a bit better intimacy coordinator? It does sound like Pamela Shoop did not enjoy her experience.
She's not a big fan.
She was told that there were going to be a closed set and there was like 19 dudes standing around watching her. And at one point, she was being encouraged to do full frontal, and Deborah Hill had to step in and be like, "You do not have to do that."
Early 80s were rough.
Yeah,
rough times.
Yeah.
The Butch's Girlfriend Award for Weak Link of the Film.
I got this. Can I do this real quick?
I think we're all going to have one.
This is also my Luke Wilson.
Okay.
I just think Laurie's a zero in this movie.
It's clearly Laurie.
And we talked about this a bit when we did 4, but I just think it's not only is it the over mythologize on Michael and Laurie's relationship, which I don't like, but just incapacitating Jamie Lee Curtis for the entire movie and having her essentially in a fugue state.
It's a terrible choice.
It's kind of like use her or don't have her. Use her or have her taken to a different hospital.
Myers has more personality than Laurie in this movie, and he can't speak.
Yeah.
Totally Fridger in the entire movie. And then this is why Halloween 2, One Town Over.
Yeah.
You're
worked.
absolutely right about that.
Because if you're not going to like give her anything to do, why have her in the movie as a living, breathing sort of?
The move is they should have killed her 40 minutes in.
Well, that would have been fucking insane.
Right.
That
And
would
then
been
he should
awesome.
have moved on and tried to get more people.
But it's like if they had like taken her, like, oh, we can't use Haddonfield Memorial. We need a better hospital, and they have to take her to like Joliet or where the fuck they take her. I have no idea. But if he's rampaging around Haddonfield looking for her, but she's not there, and then maybe at the end of the movie she comes back and does something. I don't know, but yeah, like I just think
But
having
she's
her
in like the last 2 scenes.
having a bad reaction to the
It's
paralytic.
like it would be like if you paid $60 million for AJ Brown and Devonta Smith,
all
and
right,
then
man,
never threw
what
the ball
the
to them.
fuck? You know, like
No, honestly, it would
we're
be like
6 and
that.
2.
Yeah, they're winning.
That is true.
Yeah.
What, do you have a weak link?
It was her.
Same one.
Yeah. It's clearly.
I have a
Laurie.
different weak link because I'm so used to how bad they use Laurie in this movie. Dick Warlock plays Myers in this movie, which
Too short,
I can't
right?
believe that's a real. Too short. He's too too stiff. He's too robotic. The mask doesn't really fit his head. At some points, the mask
It's
it
kinda
just
like
because
not-
they're using the mask
Yeah.
from the first movie, and he plays Myers like Myers has CTE from falling off the balcony. He's just kind of like he's like a
Well,
zombie.
he has been shot many times.
Shot many, and maybe that was his thinking. But I like the Myers in 1 is just so much more athletic.
Do you
and
think Dick
interesting.
Warlock was going up to Rosenthal and being like, I have a new take on this character?
I think he was.
Yeah.
I really do. I think he's like, I think this guy. So I dove into the Halloween community, and was reading. I had no idea there's a Halloween movies Reddit and people argue about the movies and stuff. But
Did you get involved?
I didn't. I did think about it for a second. I had some Halloween takes I wanted to get off.
Bill being a Reddit power user, but only for Halloween.
Just for
Only for
Halloween
Halloween,
movies,
yeah.
that's it. Well, what's interesting, there's a whole Dick Warlock contingent.
Oh, like
Where they're
Warlock
like,
is the
Dick
true Mike.
unlocked Myers.
Yeah.
Myers should have been more of a zombie. He'd been shot this time. So his body was still in shock. Like, people are really putting real thought into this.
Dick had a real
He had an
way
angle.
angle of looking at the
For
character.
sure.
You
I
think he
disagree
ever
with
considered Richard Warlock?
Dick Warlock is
Or Rich
Dick
Warlock.
Warlock. He was like,
We don't
That's
have
Dick
dicks
Warlock.
anymore.
Early 80s.
Yeah, early
Dick
80s, we still
Warlock
had dicks.
is an all-time name.
What's age the worst? Jamie Lee's wig is number one
It's
for
pretty
me.
bad.
So she had to film another movie and had shorter hair for it. I think it might have even been Trading Places. And you could just see the wig, especially now that the screens are nicer. What do you have, CR?
I think aside from all the stuff about the nurse and the paramedic having sex in the PT hot tub, the acting, the directing, and the facial expression of the marshal when Marion Chambers shows up and Donald Pleasence, his character Loomis does not recognize his assistant. He's like, "Oh, I didn't recognize you." It's like, that was 2 days ago that you probably saw her.
It was the day before.
But when
They
she's
just been in a
just
car
like,
for 3 hours.
Dr. Loomis, we've unsealed, the governor has unsealed a file. It turns out Laurie Strode is Michael Myers' sister. And the cop driving the car is just like straight staring through the windshield thinking about the Cubs. He's not,
Right,
like,
he
he
doesn't
has not
fucking
picked up
care.
a single fucking piece of information. He's like, Ron Say. You know, like he's just like naming guys.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Whenever I watch horror movies, and this one has a lot of it, I'm always taken by the advances in fake blood that have happened over the course of the last 30 or 40
You could see
years.
with Annie when they show Sheriff Brackett's daughter, like
Yeah.
the slit throat. It
Yeah.
just looks super fake.
Super fake.
Yeah.
Blood.
That's a good one.
Do better.
I don't like Myers breaking into the school at all just to write Sam Hain and stick a knife through the daughter in the family painting. I don't know how he fit that into his busy agenda after being shot 6 times. Just had some questions. The Myers mask. So it's interesting. It is the same mask as the first movie, which I didn't realize. I always thought they lost the mask, but I think they lost it after this movie. And it said the paint was faded because Deborah Hill kept the mask under her bed for 2 years. And it collected dust and turned yellow because she was a heavy smoker.
I love this.
She sounded your kind of lady.
It's a
CR.
nicotine-stained Michael Myers mask.
Yeah. And then because Warlock's head was different, so the mask fit different.
How many cigs do you have to rip
for a mask
for
to
a
actually
mask
change
to
color?
change
I mean, this-
color.
I mean, people really were chain smoking back then still.
Mm.
Yeah. You have any what's age the worst, Craig?
Do
Hot tub facials?
you think she died by drowning or by burning? Or did he try to time it so it was
That's a
burning at the
good
same
question. I
time?
think it was the burns.
I think it was the burns.
Good question, Craig. I have a great one, but I think it's more of a nitpick, so I'm going to save it. The Ruffalo Hannah Rubik Partridge overacting word. The old ER doctor. Do you think he played the character intentionally that way? It's just like,
Also,
I'm just going
why
to be a
was he
drunk
getting
guy?
drunk?
Yeah, why is he?
Like, why was he getting drunk at his country club? But wasn't he on shift?
It's inexplicable.
Right.
Was it supposed to be funny? He's like, oh, that's Laura. Oh. It's like, what's going on? And why is this guy an ER doctor? He's like 60 years old?
I guess the idea is that the town only has one doctor, but like it's a pretty big hospital for one
Very
doctor.
strange. Did you have a flex category?
I do. Did this movie need a random sports scene?
Oh, Ed Norton.
Yeah, Ed Norton. We desperately could have had a football scene here.
Oh, like
Oh, like a
homecoming is
Haddonfield
happening
High
or
School
something?
football game?
Homecoming, the football is happening earlier, or at least, it's Halloween night. It's the same thing. Maybe not a football game, but maybe the teams together.
Yeah.
Maybe the teams together. It's Halloween night. We fucking got to play Cheneyville. We played them. We fucking killed them. Yeah. And then Michael just goes in and rips them to pieces. like quarterback watches
The
tight
cheerleaders,
end,
he would have liked
the
that.
fucking offensive lineman try to step up. That's my fucking quarterback. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Mike could have even suited up as tight end or something.
Yeah, and got out there and caught a couple passes.
This is getting really exciting, guys.
He's Tyler Warren out there, basically.
Yeah, he's doing this fucking thing.
I think he'd be terrible because he goes too slow.
But I mean, but
They throw him a screen pass, he'd be like,
but you could not bring him down. You
No,
could not
that's
tackle
true.
him. He's gonna mummy his way all the way to the. So much stuff could have.
that's really good. CR thinks Luke Wilson could have been Harrison Ford hottest take award. So you did yours.
Laurie Strode, yeah.
Did you have one?
Yes, I believe that Michael Myers was radicalized by the OJ trial.
That hadn't happened yet?
Hadn't happened yet. This is just overall, not in this movie. So I looked this up. As I saw this movie, I realized that in the movies that I've watched, Michael Myers didn't kill any black people like on screen. A black lady dies in this, but we see her after.
Yeah.
It's like Michael Myers, maybe he killed her, maybe he didn't. We don't even know.
Oh, yeah, somebody else could have killed her.
Michael Myers did not kill a black person on screen until 2002's Halloween, was it Resurrection? or
Yeah,
whatever
that's the
like
one
that?
where it's set in the reality show. Yeah.
Right. I'm thinking to myself, so Michael Myers, this entire time, you could make an argument
He's been an ally.
yeah, right? What would have happened in Michael Myers in the 90s for Michael Myers to go, you know what? Nah, fuck that. I gotta get my revenge.
Oh, so you think,
The OJ trial.
yeah.
I think Michael Myers was in he's in the institution. They got court TV. It's playing nonstop.
He's watching Leno every night.
He's
dancing
watching Leno, the
Edos.
dancing Edos. It's all getting into Myers' head.
Yeah.
And Myers is seeing what he thinks is this crazy injustice. And he goes, fuck it. I got to get my get back. And then by the time 2000, that movie, he killed Tyra Banks in that movie.
Do you think that years later, Mike gets re-radicalized by seeing one battle after another, and he's like, Perfidia got a raw deal in this movie?
Right, exactly, right? So I think he's really affected by what happens in pop culture. I think it really gets inside of his head. So when I'm watching this, because I did a whole breakdown, I don't know if you can see this, but Michael Myers then goes crazy with giving love, killing to the community. He starts putting up numbers after this.
He's like De Niro.
Yeah. Be careful. That's one of our guys.
I know. That's what I mean.
So
He gave a lot of love to the community.
He loves the
He
community.
loves the community.
He loves
He really does.
the community. Robert De Niro is a lover of the community. But in the Rob Zombie films, he got 3. The Blumhouse shit, 3. So all of this is coming. It doesn't really start until 2002. I was thinking to myself, it had to be the OJ trial. Had to be.
Yeah, even the nurse in this movie,
Nurse Alves.
we don't see it.
That's what I'm saying. We don't
Yeah.
see, she's there, but we don't see it. That could have happened. The dude that we thought was Michael Myers that got incinerated, he could have killed her.
Yeah.
We can't put that one on Mike, is my point.
My hottest take, I think the general consensus is the Home Alone parents are the worst movie parents of all time. Right?
Yeah.
Not only did they lose the kid once, they lose him again in Home Alone 2. I actually think it's Laurie Strode's parents. Like, let's really think about this. Laurie's babysitting. The parents are at some sort of Halloween party.
Like a key party or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically at it. We've covered this in Halloween 1.
Yeah.
They must have been at an Eyes Wide Shut party. But at some point, this becomes the story in Haddonfield, right? I know we didn't have the internet back then, but the serial murder, multiple people were killed, including the sheriff's daughter, and their daughter was stabbed, got away, and is now at the hospital. This fucking girl's at the hospital all night. The parents are never there. Even in the morning at the end of the movie, and the ambulance is taking her away, still no parents.
Do you
Where
think
were her fucking parents?
You can make the argument that plays into the idea that Michael's that it's not their biological daughter, and they're like, oh, see, like now she's a true Myers. She's not our daughter.
Oh, you think
anymore.
they like disowned her because
Basically.
Mike tried to kill her?
Yeah.
Well, where were they? At some point, they have to come back.
They get loosely written out of this movie. Yeah.
I think all the parenting in this movie is terrible, Van.
I agree.
Sheriff Brackett, Halloween 1, Loomis is like, this guy's a fucking serial killer. We got to get this guy. He's not human. And he's like, yeah, well, my daughter's doing some babysitting tonight. I'm not going to give her a heads up to get out of it. None of the parents care about the kids, but I think this was what the 70s were like.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking advantage of the fact that the kids were kind of just let
Kids
loose
just
into
kind
the
of did their own
street.
thing. And parents were like,
latchkey.
yeah, parents were like, just don't get hit by a car was basically the attitude. But I don't know what happened to Laurie's parents. We just never saw them. At no point did they go to the hospital and check her out.
I think it's actually introducing them. You either have to kill them or they would be arguing the entire premise of the movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Or they were into some fucking kinky shit in Haddonfield.
Yeah.
Like this is like
They're fucking
an all-night ice storm
Laurie's
kind of
dad's on
session.
his
Like
eighth
ice
popper.
storm.
Yeah,
Ice
they're
storm.
ice storming it
The
up.
key party, I love
They're
that movie.
key party.
So they're like 5 Quaaludes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't even.
They're
It's like
lemon
Plato's Retreat. in
Yeah.
Haddonfield.
Yeah, it's
They
like
going-
Leo in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just all whatever. They don't even realize they have a daughter at this point.
Who's Laurie?
Who's that?
I have a special category just for CR.
Oh.
The Edie Falco and Copland Award for the character that got 3 times hotter by smoking. Loomis's assistant, the rabbit and red nurse from Halloween
Marion
1.
Chambers? Yeah.
She breaks out the cig, gets the thing from Loomis, and just starts smoking a dart. She looked pretty good.
She did.
little milfy.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Marion Chambers?
Marion Chambers.
She's in the
I
first
thought
one.
you said Marilyn Chambers.
No, I didn't.
I was
No.
about to say I would have recognized her.
She's in the first one. She's in the car driving to go to the sanitarium.
She sees that, like, yeah, he tries to.
He's like, don't you think you could refer to it as him? And he's like, if you say so. And they just have like the weirdest exchange.
Bill's really good at Loomis.
Yeah.
Bill
well,
is
there's been a lot
Loomis.
of
You're right,
credit.
you're doing good.
Bill, like
Loomis.
Bill is you're Loomis.
It is funny
You're a
that
modern
she's
day
like,
Loomis.
why did the governor unseal a file, but like there's no cops on the streets?
You know why I'm good at Loomis? Because I've watched him for 48 years. Staring at the screen, staring through the screen.
You look into Chris's eyes, there's nothing there.
I like when he goes, "This is their wake."
One of the tribe has been taken.
Craig.
I talked about my buddy from high school, Jeff Gallo. Like one of the first things we bonded over was how fucking funny Dr. Loomis was. Like literally, I think it was the number one thing. We just couldn't get enough of the comedy of him. Speaking of comedy, the Van Lathan Award for Did This Movie Need More Black People? We rarely get to give this out.
Yeah.
Now, the case, you could say yes, because there's only one black character. You could say no,
Mm-hmm.
because we are in Haddonfield and
Yeah.
it seems like white
Yes,
people
true.
land. So
Yeah.
what's the answer?
So it's not, but I did. It's no. There doesn't need more black people. But I appreciated something about this movie. I wrote this down in this category. The movie's woke. It's a very woke movie.
Okay.
There's a scene in this movie where a black nurse lectures
A white woman,
a white woman
Yeah.
on the virtue of being on time
And professionalism.
and professionalism.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, I see what y'all doing.
Yeah.
Black nurse, consummate professional.
Yeah.
Whatever. She got killed. I don't think it was Michael Myers. I think it was somebody else.
What's up with this? Why don't you think it was Michael
Wasn't
Myers?
him. Because he's too intentional. I just don't think it was Michael Myers.
He was framed.
I think he was framed. I think killing after the OJ trial. But they did that on purpose to put a message in the movie. Look, we care about our jobs. Appreciate it.
Cast and what ifs, couldn't find any. Best that guy award, Leo Rossi.
I got a different one.
Oh, okay.
What do you have?
Jeffrey Kramer, who's the mortician in this movie, is
Yeah.
also Roy Scheider's deputy in Jaws. And Jaws 2.
Oh,
That's
Great.
good. It's a good pull.
He's the deputy Hendrix in those
another
movies.
category we don't get to give out often. Best IMDb stat padding. Dana Carvey just getting
Yeah.
to be in the credits. It just
Yeah.
feels like a bigger movie.
Had you ever seen Nurse Karen, played by Pamela Susan Shoop? She
No.
was on The Fall Guy, Mod Squad, BJ and the Bear. No? Simon and Simon?
Was there Charlie's Angels in there or no?
No. Wonder Woman, The Incredible Hulk, and Murder,
Yeah, she
She Wrote.
definitely bounced around in those roles. There were the handsome guys who might become evil that were always on Charlie's Angels or Love Boat.
Yeah.
And then a lot of Pamela Shoops just bouncing around those different TV shows.
Was Dana Carvey in this enough to do what they started doing in the mid to late 90s? Was he good enough to do a VHS cover re-editing?
No,
Oh, so that they
'cause he
could put
doesn't speak.
like put
Dana
no.
Carvey
Didn't have
blows up.
Tom Hanks that time.
Do that. Dana Carvey blows up, and then it's like Halloween 2, and they got the cast on there.
I
and
think
all of a
he
sudden you're like,
said
Dana
before
Carvey.
on pods, like where he's like, I brought like all my friends to the theater to see this. And,
Yeah.
like,
He
you can
claimed
see
he
my
had some
elbow.
lines. I don't know
Yeah.
if I believe it. Deion Waiters Award. I think that has to go to Ben Tramer for one of the funniest
Unbelievable.
45-second
Yeah.
cameos of all time.
Legitimately a heat check.
Recasting couch director City. Tom Hanks as Jimmy. The
Lance
one,
Guest part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the hair.
That
Kind of
the
looked
hair.
like
Yeah,
Tom
kinda
Hanks.
yeah.
Heather Thomas as the blonde nurse. Just get her in this.
Love her.
No? Catherine Bach as the Pamela Shoop character?
You're hitting up some names I'm not. Who's Heather Thomas? Just
Heather
remind me.
Thomas from The Fall Guy?
Okay.
You know her.
Come on.
Okay.
Van knows.
You know her.
Sorry.
Well, there's a whatever. I'm not even talking about it.
Not big in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
That's right. It wasn't big in Pennsylvania. We didn't get that there.
One more break, and then Craig's got to flex. This episode is brought to you by State Farm. There's nothing better than having friends that support you and your passions, or maybe even a wife. Like when I told my wife we have to go see the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie, and we went to a 4:30 Monday screening, and I was so passionate about it that I skipped Monday Night Football and just watched it later on DVR. If you really love something, you need the support system around you, like those friends. State Farm, there to help you along the way. With so many coverage options, it's nice knowing you have support in finding what fits for you. Go online at statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to get help from one of their local agents. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, Craig, what's your flex?
We don't have an unintentional comedy category, do we?
Not
No, it's kind of
officially.
moved into what's age the best, but you can do it here.
Yeah, it's just one final unintentional comedy moment in this movie, like basically the last scene. One kind of last lack of attention to detail. I just love when the paramedic is bringing Lori out towards the ambulance, and she's had an ankle injury the whole day.
Yeah.
She like basically has a Camp Scaramouche. She can't walk.
Yeah.
And he just gets her out of her wheelchair and has to put her into the back of the ambulance. And there's no like stretcher up. And he just goes, big step. And she's got to like take a giant
Doesn't
step
she also
into the
say,
ambulance.
I want to ride up front?
Yes.
And he's like, no, I can't do it.
He makes her get him out of the wheelchair. And he goes, big step now. And she has
Gotta
to
put
whip her
all
ankle.
the weight on it.
It's so good.
There's apparently an alternate ending when she's in the ambulance with Jimmy that they cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't know if Jimmy died or
What
not.
was Jimmy's injury? Broken ribs, collapsed
No,
lung?
he fell in and he got
Fell back.
fell back.
Concussion or something.
Concussion,
Okay.
like fracture of the
Yeah,
skull.
he had to go
or
in the blue
something.
tent.
That's a low-key Ruffalo Rubenek moment, is his like, I'm injured acting.
Mm.
'Cause
Yeah.
it looks like he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half-assed internet research. They thought about originally setting the sequel a few years later and having Myers tracking Lori to her new home in a high-rise apartment building. And I gotta say, I'm all in. If it was 1981 LA,
Yeah.
Lori's didn't go to college.
It's Night Stalker
She's
time.
like an assistant at like Paramount movie studio or something, living in a high-rise. You're
Trying
in
to
on
think
this.
of I'm definitely in on it. Wasn't there a serial killer movie of some sort that did something like this a little bit later, where he tracks her down, or he
and
tracks
it's basically Maxine, isn't it?
tracks her down and where she's living. Yeah, but that works though. But once again, it puts it
10
in
to Midnight had a little of that, the
Mhm.
Bronson one.
That's
Um,
I think that would have been really cool.
The plot twist of the Lori being Michael's sister, Carpenter said there wasn't much of a story left and we had to come up with something, was basically his theory. The Morningside Hospitals, where they filmed all the hospital stuff, it's on 8711 South Harvard, and it's been torn down and is now a senior living facility.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations to all of them. Pamela Shoop.
Can you imagine a bunch of old people sitting around a speaker listening to Rewatchables? Like,
What? This is amazing.
Congratulations to all of them.
the sports guy.
Pamela
Shout
Shoop.
us out.
It's called Harvard Yard Senior Apartments.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to the staff.
Yeah.
Pamela Shoop said the
Don't
hot
get your
tub.
bloodstream drained.
Pamela Shoop said the hot tub scene gave her an ear infection.
See?
The water was cold and dirty. They were playing it off like the water was boiling, but it was absolutely freezing. Leo and I were so cold, our teeth were chattering.
So why couldn't they heat it up a little bit?
I
Yeah.
don't know, it's very strange. Carpenter said he had no influence over the direction. Saw a cut, said it was, quote, as scary as Quincy. We had to do some post-production work and added a couple scenes to try to make it more horror movie.
I would not describe this movie as really scary. First Halloween's really scary. This movie's more of like a comedy, obviously, now
horror
in
hang.
retrospect, but it's a hang, yeah.
It scared me when I was a kid, but I watch it now and it's like just for fun.
It's just
fun.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
TV cut. The ending is Jimmy alive. He's got a bandage head wound. He's in the ambulance with Lori. They hold hands. Lori says, "We made it." I think that's on the 4K. In Carpenter, some of the scenes he reshot was the boombox boy because he thought the biggest flaw in the cut he saw was how would Myers know to go to the hospital.
Right.
So he's like, if I put boombox boy in there, then Myers will know to go to the hospital. Dick Warlock, 2 roles in this. He not only does he play the Shape, he plays the policeman who accidentally hits Ben Tramer with the patrol car and crashes it into the van. So he's really on fire. Drove the car himself.
Wow. It's like Gosling and Drive.
Yeah. And then there's Pamela Susan Shoop gave a long interview to Femme Fatale magazine in 2001 about all the nudity stuff with this. And how Deborah Hill saved the day. So there you go. Apex Mountain. Myers?
No, not at all.
Jamie Lee, no. Pleasence, no. And really nothing for anybody here unless you want to say
It would just
horror
be
sequels.
mistaken identity car accidents.
Is it
Slasher era?
No. Is it the apex mountain of no? Because that would be Rocky 2 of sequels that take place directly after the original.
I think that's Rocky 2.
That's Rocky 2. But they're
How about Slasher era though? Because Slasher era is 79 to 83 basically. Is this the best movie from that era?
Is Friday 13th 2 in that era?
Yeah.
I think that's better than Halloween 2.
I think Silent Rage is the best one of this era.
Okay.
Yeah,
But nobody will do
really
that with
haven't
me.
seen enough. Of
I'll
these
do it
movies.
with you, but you just
No, nobody cares. Crew. How about hospital horror movies?
I watched never mind. Hospital
What?
horror movies. Yeah. Exorcist 3 is my favorite hospital horror movie.
It is
Exorcist 3, another good one.
Yeah.
fucking terrifying.
Exorcist 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, to me, top 5, top 3 most frightened I've ever been. Terrifying.
Greatest jump
movie.
scare in movie history.
It's pretty
Terrifying.
slow on a rewatch, and then it heats up when we get into the hospital. Cruise or Hanks?
You said Hanks for the paramedic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to test drive Cruise in my head for a second. I think I don't see it. Scorsese or Spielberg?
I don't really know because this is like Rosenthal doing Carpenter, so it's so
Yeah.
weird to be like which of those
That's
two.
it. We almost we can't count that one.
Mm.
What role would Philip Seymour Hoffman have played? How about the Leo Rossi part?
Yeah, that would have been pretty
Horny
creepy.
guy in the hot tub.
Funny guy in a hot
Yeah.
tub.
As Freddie from Tell It to Mr. Ripley. Hey, baby.
What's the peeking? The Tom. How's the peeping?
Picking nits. There's some time stuff with this. So when Halloween 1, what time is it when all the murders are going down?
Late
It's gotta be
afternoon
like 11,
into the
right?
night. It starts in school's still in.
They drive to the houses.
Wait,
It
when
turns
does
night.
Halloween start or when does Halloween?
Halloween 1, when they drive to the houses, it's like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we also have the boyfriend comes over, they have sex, there's murders. It's probably like 4 hours. It feels like it's already
call it
10:30.
I think let's call it like 7 to 10.
7, yeah.
Okay. So let's say 10. Let's go generous, say 10. Murders happen. Police shows up. Now we're at 10:30, probably 11 range. Why is downtown Haddonfield still so hopping?
Well,
It's Halloween night.
It's Halloween night. We're going
It's
to parties.
11 o'clock. We already established in Halloween 1, nobody's still awake when she's yelling and running around the street.
The
Nobody's
kids are
there.
out there.
Yeah,
You don't
those
see,
are all
like,
young people.
those are not the
walking
people
around
from the
downtown
Harvard
Haddonfield. They're all going to Halloween
assisted
parties.
living facility. It's the children.
Okay.
The kids
Like,
are
I
still-
bet-
I'm saying
Karen's
downtown's pretty
shift.
hopping at 11 o'clock.
Karen's shift, I bet, is midnight to 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Karen's like, I'm going to be late for my shift.
So how long are we at the hospital? Basically all night?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, because in the
For
morning
Halloween
it's
too.
dawn when they leave the hospital. Right?
Dawn when they leave that. So that's over the course of 6 hours?
Yeah. And she actually does say, Karen's like, it takes me 5 minutes to drive you home, 5 minutes to drive back to the hospital. So everything in Haddonfield's 5 minutes away.
Right. And once again, the people you see out there are still the whippersnappers out there who,
Yeah.
if you've been around Halloween, they're going to be out all night.
Does Myers have to eat or go to the bathroom at any point during this stretch? Does Myers go to the bathroom?
Obsession is his food. He pisses out fear.
Does he just go to the bathroom in his gas station outfit? Or does he go to the bathroom like an animal?
You think he's just
Does he use
constantly
a
shitting
toilet?
and pissing himself?
He
throughout
could
these two
be. I think he's
films?
probably pissing.
I mean, does he eat any food? He's the shape.
Yeah, he's like not a human thing. He's not human.
In Halloween 1, he eats that. They find the dead dog, and he's like, "Man wouldn't do that." And he's like, "He got hungry." Loomis says that.
Yeah.
It's like insinuating he ate the dog.
I
then
thought
he
the
probably
implication
had
was like
to-
he was hungry to kill.
Oh. So then, wait a minute. So then if he ate the dog, then at some point he'd have to take a crap.
Yeah, but it's
Or
still
maybe he doesn't eat.
Still saying that. Maybe he doesn't.
No cops at the hospital guarding Lori.
Do you
who's
think it would
just
have been funny if Michael had been like, "I'm taking the butcher knife and then I'm taking the sandwich"?
Yeah. I need some energy.
I'm hungry. Lifts the mask up.
Uh,
No cops at the hospital guarding Lori. Not anybody. Just gonna drop her off.
Yeah.
they're
With
all
the
out on the street
murderer
looking
still
for
out
Michael.
there?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a good nitpick. They're checking out the burned body. This is probably within an hour of the accident. There's not still smoke coming off that body, and doesn't the body stink? It's like a burning corpse. We see in normal movies, they put like the thing underneath the noses, right? They put the the smell so bad
In
thing.
Silence of the Lambs, they do
Yeah.
that.
They're just hanging out with this dead, burned body.
Checking his teeth.
Yeah.
You guys aren't with me on this?
Michael is
Wouldn't that
21.
stink?
They're talking about the ages.
There are no fillings. It's like this thing. You'd be like, oh, Jesus. The hot nurse in a
Poor
million
kid.
years.
It's a 17-year-old kid
I know.
that got burnt. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
The hot nurse in a million years is not with that guy.
No.
No.
She's with a guy who who do you think she's with in that town? Nurse Karen.
Probably the drunk doctor. Probably took a
No,
couple
Oh,
rounds.
what,
with him.
what about
she-
the good-looking cop guy?
Oh, yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the good
Strong jaw guy.
Maybe
Yeah,
there's a guy who
the-
works at like a used bookstore and she's just like, I really like him, but he needs to put his career together, you know?
One thing I will say about these
It's like Noah Baumbach's Halloween.
It was a slow burn, but that was good. One thing I will say about these slasher movies is the assholes get laid.
Yeah.
In all of these slasher movies, it's like, just shut up, Rick. And then 2 scenes later, you fucking Rick.
Yeah.
Like the asshole.
Kevin Bacon in Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, the sleazy guy, he basically said to Lance Guest's character, Jimmy, like, don't get involved with Laura. There's one rule, you can't get involved with the patients.
Yes.
And then proceeds to go down to the hot tub room and
have
fuck a
full
nurse.
Fuck a nurse.
nudity
Yeah.
That rule's
sex.
fine.
Yeah.
That guy's an idiot.
He says nurses, that's one thing.
And then the hospital is obviously too dead for the night shift, but Rosenthal said he based it on an experience that he had with his wife when the hospital they were at was so deserted at night. They thought it was creepy, and he just kind of filed that away.
That's not what they did.
The other murder nitpick I had, other than lifting somebody in the back with a scalpel up in the air, which I'm still not buying, wouldn't Myers have burned his hands in the scalding hot tub?
What's
It's-
going on here?
It's ripping her face off.
But you're
Can Myers not get burned?
You can.
He got
Myers was shot
6
in the
times
head.
I'm
and
just
got
saying,
up.
Like you continue to like.
Skin can, but his hands are going to be fine after that.
But you're really focused on like what
He's
things smell
impervious to
like and
heat?
feel
Like,
like, and it's like we're talking about Michael Myers.
He was shot. How many times he was shot over the?
He was shot like 15 times.
15 or
and
20
He got
times, and
blinded.
he was shot in the head.
He's a human.
in the head, close range.
Okay, fine.
He can bleed though.
He can bleed.
So he can't get burned, but he can bleed.
I don't think that my question is. I don't think that the
His
burning
skin.
is going to affect him.
Yeah.
I don't think Michael Myers is going to go ooh, like
Ow.
ow.
That would be funny if that was his one line.
Why do you guys have it so high?
Yeah, like ew, like
She shoots. Loomis gives Lori a Colt Trooper MK3, and Lori shoots Michael twice in the eyes from close range with it. And apparently, in reality, if you shot somebody from that close with that gun, their head would just blow out from
yeah.
the back.
Yeah,
This was
Yeah.
like a BB gun.
you're fucking done.
Yeah.
It's over.
Any other nitpicks?
Nothing that we haven't talked about already.
Okay. Sequel, prequel, prestige, TV, all black cast, or
They've done them
untouchable.
all.
Sequel. I mean, they've literally done everything. What's the all black cast version of Halloween Resurrection?
It's not all black, is it?
Well, mostly black.
They have, yeah, I guess. Well, they haven't done them all.
That
They
movie's
haven't done
bad.
all black. Yeah.
Is this movie better with Wayne Jenkins, Danny Trejo, Mad Dog Russo, Doris Burke, Buffalo Bill, Sam Jackson, Nell, Byron Mayo, Tony Romo, Chris Collinsworth, Daniel Plainview, Longlegs, or Wilford Brimley in The Firm? This movie could have used Sam, honestly. Sam as either the guy driving the car when Loomis is like, we have to turn around. He would have been good. Sam, why are you smiling at
I'm
me?
waiting to hear it. Let's hear it.
Sam, who was the guy who checked out the fat sheriff guy who checks out the basement?
It's
That
the
could have been
security
Sam.
guard, Mr. Garrett.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a good
No,
call.
I was thinking Collinsworth for this though.
Okay.
Oh my! I'm so excited. Lori and Michael are reunited. This is just like
Who
everything.
could have seen it coming
It's
that
just-
they'd be
You
siblings?
knew they would get back together tonight, Mike. It's just so great. They have such a great thing.
I had. I'm surprised you left this on the table. I had Byron Mayo.
Oh, let's hear it.
Byron Mayo is Bud. It's like, Karen, come on in. The water's warm. Don't worry, it doesn't get scalding in this physical therapy.
It'll
hot
burn
tub.
off fluids that come out of us.
You don't think Sam kind of worse as Loomis too?
Sam would have been an amazing
Holy
Loomis.
shit.
Yeah. That motherfucker ain't human.
His eyes, motherfucker! There's nothing there!
I watched it for 15 fucking years. Just one Oscar who gets it. The score? I don't know. Who?
I
Really,
didn't.
not a lot
I
of
had
Oscar-worthy stuff.
Score question mark, but like
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Tough one. All right, probably unanswerable questions. Did Sheriff Brackett get divorced? I'll start there. The wife's blaming him immediately.
Yeah, because he has.
You
to go-
fucking knew. You were with this guy all day. Didn't you
Right.
know there was a serial killer? You let our daughter babysit? You
You
motherfucker.
worthless piece of shit.
Fuck
you
you.
protect everybody in this town. You can't protect your own fucking family. Get out of here.
Did you have one?
The cop who kills the kid,
Yeah.
suspension without pay. Are they like, we're kind of shorthanded? We're going to need you to just come back to work
We're
tomorrow?
going to kind of pretend that didn't happen. Did Ben Tramer's parents sue the city of Haddonfield?
Is there a march in Haddonfield?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
what
the other
happens?
thing is, like, for a second, if you're that cop, first of all, I didn't know if the cop didn't die in that in the crash.
No,
right?
he got
no,
out
he's
of the
fine,
car.
right?
He got.
Yeah.
Just right.
So do you think for 1 second he's like, I fucking did it. I killed Michael Myers.
Meanwhile, he
They're
took
gonna name a fucking holiday after me here.
took out the starting pitcher on the Haddonfield
Yeah.
baseball team. When Lori's parents finally did get a hold of her, how do you think that combo went?
Like you never told me that Michael Myers was my brother.
Yeah,
type
that
shit.
you're my adopted parents.
Yeah.
And where have you guys been?
Yeah.
Right.
I've been transferred to a second hospital. I've been stabbed.
Yeah.
I just watched 9 people.
The fucking
All my friends
guy,
are dead.
The fuck. And by the way, just to let you know, all of this just happened. And then when I was getting into the ambulance, the guy fucking made me take a step up
Yeah.
when my shit is
I
fucked
Yeah.
up.
re-broke my ankle.
I
I know.
broke my ankle.
I'm gonna be
step.
like Jason Tatum when he tries to come back at Christmas.
Oh, wow. Oh, he
You look me off.
yeah.
I didn't like that. Celtics are going to be 0-7 on Saturday night. What would have been the funniest Dana Carvey use? Like, could Dana Carvey have added some comedy? And
Well, we could have had Church Lady doing like public access
is this-
TV and being like, "This is like Michael Myers has come because of Satan." you
or
know?
he just starts doing a couple imitations.
yeah.
Like because he did a great Johnny Carson. I just feel like they had Dana Carvey right there. They should have. He's on SNL 5 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have had him got some comedy off. What piece of memorabilia
Can
would
I
you?
ask an unanswerable question?
Yeah.
Since when do all the hot teens work at a hospital?
They're not teens. They're like in their late 20s, right?
All
Early
they-
20s?
None of those were high
I
schoolers?
don't think
No.
so.
Oh, they were all older.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like young
Oh.
adults.
Yeah, they
You
were
know what
hanging
just-
out.
You know what just happened to you? What happened to you is the thing that happens looking back at these movies now where you can't really fucking tell how old somebody
Yeah,
is.
because like
Yeah.
everybody back then just seemed
Everybody
older.
back then
Seemed
looks
older.
27.
Yeah, because there's not much space between.
Regardless, though, it just seemed like it was like a lot of like cool, young, hip, hot people working at a hospital
Sure.
in this little town. Like
Yeah.
that was the cool job to have. It was like spooky breakfast club up in that.
All of my unanswerable questions are Bill Simmons' theory of how would Michael know how to drive. That's just like, how would he know what Sam Hain is? How would he know
Yeah.
how needles work? How would he know?
It's the evil thing in his brain that just
Sure.
he hears voices that guide him. Piece of memorabilia would you want or not want from this movie? The mask would clearly be number
Yeah.
one. I think that's like I don't know how much the mask from these first 2 movies would actually be worth if they had it, but I think it's like probably like $5 or $6 million when you see like the Hollywood props.
like this
$6 million.
nicotine stained mask
$6
The
million?
original mask from the first 2 movies, yeah, I think it would be one of the
that's
biggest
been
collector.
baptized in Deborah Hill's Marlboro
Yeah, I think it'd
Lights.
be one of the biggest movie collector items you can have. The fucking volleyball from Castaway went for like $700,000.
If you had it, would you have it out for people to try
No,
on?
that's in a safe.
No.
Yeah,
See?
you can't. It's too expensive. It would be. It's one of the great things you could own. I think. Like, look at the fucking. It's the mask. It's the mask.
One of the great things you could.
Deborah Hill smoked all over this
You
mask.
could buy a Rothko, but you're like, nope. It's
one of the great things
Yeah.
that
I'm
you
saying
could
from a
own.
movie.
I got you. Yeah. Yes.
You don't think it would be in like a third round pick in a draft?
$6 million is a little OD. I'm trying to look this up. I don't know if it would be $6 million. $6 million is a lot. I mean, but you know that world better than I do.
This whole Hollywood prop world exploded.
Yeah.
When the Shawshank Bible went for like $600,000, that made me think the mask is probably worth at least 5 times that,
At least
right?
2 mil. Yeah.
It's the mask that started 50 years of horror movies, basically.
We should have. Yeah.
I get it. It's cool. I bet that we would look it up. Okay. It says right here, michaelmyers.net. He has it on eBay for sale with the asking price. This is from 2012 of a cool $1 million.
Oh.
The actual mask? I thought the actual mask
This is on
disappeared.
michael-myers.net. So I don't know.
Don't get a virus.
Yeah. I'm looking at it now.
Coach Finstock Award, best life lesson. Just find your kids when there's a homicidal maniac on the loose in your neighborhood.
Check
like,
in.
If you're any kind of a parent, just find out where they are and go get them.
Have a phone chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best double feature choice, Halloween 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who won the movie?
You gotta go with Big Mikey Mike, right?
I think Myers won.
It's crazy, but it's Pleasence for me.
Oh, okay.
For as ridiculous as he is like the kind of like the character who goes on an arc and is in the most scenes and is kind of dominating the movie. So
I love how committed he is to the bit.
Yeah.
Could be like in that car ride, assuming that they never turn around, they're just driving back.
It's crazy that he made like 5 of these.
He
6 or 6.
kept
5 of them.
coming back.
Has a stroke at the end, is back. Blows up, comes back.
He kind of is Michael Myers.
Well, they say he survived the fire.
And he has like a little bit of scar tissue in 4.
We talked about that with Halloween 4. Tough to imagine anyone survived the fire. I like that Laurie also knows what's going on when they're turning on the gas. She starts doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would have been like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you doing the gas? Anyway, Craig, what do you got?
These are definitely my types of horror films. I don't love really, really scary movies, but this is that perfect sweet spot. I like these because they just feel like the holidays. They feel like the fall. I think the town is like charming and warm. You just kind of want to be there.
It's great.
I just like the way it looks and feels. It's 90 minutes. The score is fantastic. The unintentional comedy, it's great. I was thinking, since the Halloween movies have been going on for so long, are there a lot of other horror films set around Halloween? Or does this franchise kind of have
Trick or
Halloween?
Treat, but
Nobody's fuck with it.
I wish there were more
It's
movies.
like Saturday Night Live. Nobody will do another nighttime sketch show on the weekend.
That's so weird. How many Christmas movies are there? Like, I wish there were more movies set on Halloween.
They do movies set around Halloween time, but not really like horror movies.
the VHS anthology that just came out, because VHS is like a short films in one anthology every year. That just is a Halloween one this year. It's set on Halloween.
I'm telling you, Halloween became different. It became like, it started to become like a fun holiday. They had to reclaim it because you got to sell that candy and make people feel safe about it. Now it's an adult thing and whatever. But the movies that they would make about Halloween would be like Disney Channel movies.
Yeah.
Spook Town or Halloween Town, whatever the fuck they got going.
Well, the difference with Halloween in LA versus other cities is it's way more celebrated out here by adults. Like with the decoration of the houses.
Yeah.
I just don't. It was one of the things that struck me when I moved out here, like how much time and care and thought people put into celebrating Halloween with decorations.
I want to ask you guys about that because being from the Bible Belt, there was a celebration. We celebrated Halloween, but you were never going to see. I mean, you can go to New Orleans maybe, but you were never going to see the type of Halloween celebration in Baton Rouge that you would see here ever. It's just not going to happen.
Was Halloween a big deal in college when you guys were in college?
No, see, it switched for me where, when I was a little kid, everybody was just going as like Luke Skywalker or Batman or whatever. And then there was like a period of time, basically, like when I feel like haunted house experiences really started popping off again.
Yeah.
And it would be like, oh, we can go to this thing and it's like barely kind of overseen by the law. Like it might get kind of weird in there and stuff. And like, that's kind of when I got keyed back into it, was when they have out here the haunted hayride and stuff like that.
That is a good point.
Halloween horror nights.
It was a
do-
big thing in Massachusetts because of Salem.
Sure.
Salem was always like you would take the ride out. It was super creepy there, the witches.
That is actually true. In Baton Rouge, they did have like this just ridiculously scary haunted house. It's called like the 13th Gate or something like that.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of you. And then there was also a cornfield maze, like a legitimate cornfield maze that was off there. I think off Nicholson somewhere. But there was like a terribly scary haunted house. Like the Carn Evil 13th Gate type of thing. They did have that. People would go to.
Did I ever tell you the best haunted house I ever went to was in like Hudson Valley, New York? And you're up there, it's night. You go through a regular haunted house and you're kind of like, this is cool. Like I had no idea this was coming. So you go through this haunted house. You're like, that was pretty good. We're out here in the country. This was pretty fun. You get to the end of the haunted house and an attendant there is like, get on the bus. Get on the bus. And so you like your whole crew that you've been with gets on like a school bus. And over the school bus radio, as this guy is driving you out into like cornfields, the radio is talking about how there's been a chemical leak and there's been a zombie outbreak. And he drives you out to like the far side of a cornfield and you have to get through the cornfield while being chased by zombies.
No way. Panic attack.
Really awesome.
Jesus.
I'm gonna like I'm gonna run for a little bit. I'm gonna run for a little bit. Then I'm gonna sit down in the middle of the cornfield. I'm gonna be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
There's no more
Tap
fun.
it out. You
Safe
Stop
word.
Safe word.
fucking bothering me.
Did they have a
It's
bunch
like-
of actors playing the zombies chasing you? Wow.
Fans like pineapple.
And that's what happens. You get to a point to where that I would get so overwhelmed by fear. I'll be like, guys, stop.
It was really the surprise though. It was like
Yeah.
being put on
That's
the bus.
pretty
Because
good.
because that is awesome because you're on there and you're like, is this fucking happening? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Where are
Yeah.
you guys at with escape rooms? Have you ever done one? Do you like them? Do you enjoy it?
Ben Simmons has been to 30 of them.
Really?
It's a big LA thing. Yeah, him and his friends go. It's
I went to a
huge
lot
thing
when
with
I
high
first
school
moved to LA.
kids.
When I was in my like early
Yeah.
mid-20s, we went to a lot of escape rooms.
It's a huge thing right now.
Okay.
That's it for Halloween too. Will we ever do another Halloween? H2O maybe?
I would do H2O. Yeah.
Like
I know,
H2O.
you just swear
H2O.
you're just out on Season of the Witch. So yeah, H2O is
I
probably
never
most
liked
likely. Yeah.
H2O, that was the Halloween movie that I saw as like a teenager in the movie theaters
Yeah.
with the peeps.
Yeah, man. That was when Hart
Fun
was
era.
running
That was a
shit.
high school teen movie era. All right. Craig Horlbeck, thank you. Gahal, Ronak, thank you. We'll be back next week with Rewatchables with a famous celebrity guest. Can't wait.